Hello, shitters.
So we got Drum this time, right?
Yeah.
Drum, give us the intro. Go, Drum,
No,
go.
you have not got me this time. I'm not really here. This is the season 19 Scarlet, slightly overdue power rankings.
Slightly
No,
overdue.
we're calling it power ranking / mid-season review. That's how we're getting them.
Fucking
Jesse,
mid-season.
Look up here, look up here.
End of
Look up here,
season
like, it has the
review.
scores. Look at that. It's the scores for week 5, you know? Come on, mid-season.
The scores of week 5, but it only adds up to 4.
Well, yeah, as of week 5, you know?
I see. I mean, to be fair, it's Aaron, so like he
Yeah,
probably
that's
just
actually
didn't play the game.
This is actually his final season. This is the final record
this
for him.
is what he ends on. 3-1.
And then the 4 is a 4-4 phase. But yeah, we managed to drag John for this one because it's not one of the lower leagues. He's a bit snobby like that, you know.
Yeah, exactly.
Refused to join us.
He wouldn't speak about the low tier plebeians.
Yeah.
I couldn't find it
Anyway,
better.
talking about low tier plebeians, let's begin with our lowest rated team, Mr. Aaron himself.
You got the mega latty ass.
Exactly. What's Mega Latios when you get Mega Latias? Ironically, I think Mega Latios got dropped, right?
I don't think it did.
Or did Lion not drop it in the end?
No.
Oh, it stayed for. I was gonna say you could get a little upgrade, but no, he stuck with the ass.
Indeed. Although I think he prefers.
And unironically, if he dropped it, bro, there would go his Spadeffel. So like, maybe the ass is for a reason.
Exactly. I don't quite get what the team does realistically. I like Pogus on offense. And then,
I felt this turtle in
this...
all 3 divs has struggled, you know.
Yeah, I think I like Sammy on offense as well. I don't like Mega Ass on offense. I think that's a one better suited to balance. And then like you don't know, we have like 4 good Pokemon and a Petron, so maybe 5. And then like we have
And a Tinkaton.
Or shite. Yeah, I feel like I don't know when I pick Tinkaton, or when I think about picking Tinkaton, it's usually like my 7th/8th Pokemon, and I've got 6 better Pokemon, and it comes when the matchup demands it, instead of like it comes every week because my I don't know, because I've got a Talonflame and a fucking Ribombee for some reason.
Bro has like that go with typing, where you don't really want him, because you probably just want a better Steel or Fairy type, but like individually that is. I'm not saying just get a Mega Mawile, but you normally have like a better squad, and then the Tinkaton comes because like you don't have a Steel type or you don't have a Fairy type, and you're like, oh fuck it, I'll just slap him on one of them. But yeah. And there's Ribombe's here, which I think is for the HO, which is fair enough. And Loki, I don't mind Pekarunt on HO. He's one of those fat shits that comes in, runs away, rinse, repeat, you know?
Yeah.
Shout out back to the old days of Clef HO.
OP.
But, so OP.
So shit.
But, literally. I don't know. Like, Sammy and Turtle's nice together, I guess. And then Pekarunt for a spin blocker.
Yeah.
And then Ogerpon Cornerstone. He's alright. And then the teams went to shit.
Yeah, I don't...
All the points vanished.
I don't know why we got a Tentacle, to be honest. Like, if you pick Turtle's coming 90% of your weeks, so I don't know why you pick a second spinner. Because you already had a Water type, and you already had a Poison type, so why do you have
I was going to say, I rate a second spinner. Hence, I don't mind this Claydol. I hate seeing Claydol, but like, I don't mind the Claydol on this team. Bro has Levitate. Terra Levitate's always a good fun time, you know. And then he's a second spinner, which is fine in my opinion. I think like if you don't want your turtle locked into spin duties, even though like bro's gonna have spin 90% of weeks, if you don't want to be like using him in that regard, if you want to like have a different spinner for most of the time and then bring in the turtle to like kind of clean, and like you're only really using the spin for a speed boost, and then maybe getting rid of hazards for like your revenge killer or sweeper to finish off, well, as in cleaner, to finish off after the turtle's like done serious damage, then I can be like fair enough. But not when it has two types that you already have
Yeah.
and that vibes.
I mean, unless
Like low
Team
key,
Turtle
I'm
is for cleaner.
not a fan of Don fan. I'm not a fan of Don fan. However, I would have rated him a lot more than this tentacle.
Same. I would have rated him over
And
Tentacle
talking
and the Claydol. And then you
and
could have spent
talking
some
about
points
mons,
on
I don't
those.
rate is this Talonflame for 9 points. I don't know what bro's doing.
Yeah, I'm not sure I like the ground immunities on this team. I don't really like. I mean, Latias is okay, but it's not the
Mm-hmm.
best. And Talonflame is very shit.
It's a common trend for us to mention a mon that just 6-0s his team, and I would say that probably Excadrill this time.
Yeah, indeed.
Drill do be the goat like that though.
Drill be
But
like 6-0ing 90% of fucking Indigo as well. So
yeah,
seems we don't come
power of
prepared for
having a
Drill.
decent flying type, you know. I heard they're good.
Indeed. But I don't know, just
Yeah, I do not rate Talonflame at all.
a Groundmon with fucking dark and rock coverage also just 6-0s. So
Mm,
double dance Lando, easy win.
And that's when he brings the mighty Terra fighting Claydol, Terra Fairy Claydol, you know.
I see.
Exactly. You don't see the vision
No, I
of his
didn't see
Claydol
the visions of
slowly
Claydol.
dying.
I like the first
But
5
yeah, I
Pokemon,
think
and then like Tinkaton is okay. I'm not sure. I don't quite see the combination of pairing Turtle with
Rabombi.
balance, because it kind of is balance.
Would you say this is balance?
Well, maybe
I'd
it's
say it's a
offense,
bunch of.
and it's like offense
I see
with
Peckrunt as the main and
offense with
only, arguably,
Peckerunch.
like Woo.
Yeah, but you're bringing
I
balance
think it's
because the remaining like 6 after the first 5 are all walls in my opinion, except for the Stoutland. But
but they're all
like,
shit
well,
walls.
exactly. It doesn't matter what the
And
wolf.
Rabombi's right there as well. Rabombi's not a
Well, I guess,
wall.
but you're not bringing
Talonflame,
Rabombi every
Talonflame
week.
fucking cosplayed as a wall, but like, just not.
Talonflame's just
Like,
shit.
literally. Why couldn't it have been a Moltres? Yeah, I don't know. I see more like bulky offense than balance because like I don't see a single one of these balance quote unquote walls walling anything. They're all like pseudo walls where like they come in once and then they have like somewhat of a way to force the one out and then they come in again and die and that was their job. You know, Peckrun's the only one, and maybe Latias on like niche occasions where you're not getting sent by a dark move or a ghost move or a fairy move, which are fairly-ish common now. But like, I feel like Peckrun's the only one that comes in, tanks a hit, and can recover and leave safely. You know, because Latias will
Fair.
come in and recover, but then like, sure, it can fucking baton pass. But if you're running a baton pass Latias, I think you've turned your Latias even more ass. So I don't see the balance feeling. If anything, I'd say it's just more HO with Rabombi and then like Pekrin as a spin blocker.
Well, if it's HO, why have we whipped out fucking tentacle Claydol fucking Talonflame?
And that's what I'm getting at.
Yeah, I agree. I agree.
Like
That's why I called it
it
balance because I
was
tried to
going towards
include
a
the
half decent
conclusion.
HO team, but just because you whack some shit on HO does not make it balanced. That just makes it like
It's attempting to make
HO with
balance.
some shit on it.
I think that's what he wants it to be. Well, whatever he wants it to be. I think it's 5 Pokemon that could do okay together, nothing fucking groundbreaking, and then a pile of shit.
Pretty much. Drum, you got any comments? Any wise insights before we move on?
I said, first half wants to be aggressive, bottom half wants to set up hazards and spin them away and slowly kill someone.
Wants to go back
The
into
kill
PU.
ideas just don't match up.
Wants to get back into PU, exactly.
It's like, bro, it's a draft league. I was playing in
Oh.
PU, and I got brought into a draft league, bro. What's this shit? Chilling in PU.
I'm also really not keen on speed control being Talonflame and then arguably Mega Latias, but like
Yeah, Talonflame.
the
If this ain't Gen
110
6
Mega always
Talonflame
feels
anymore,
rough.
you know,
Mm-hmm.
it ain't it
You
anymore.
mean he's got Ribombi, fast as fuck.
Zoom.
Yet
fair-
another fast mon that can tickle me.
Yeah.
No.
It's been getting him some wins though, in all fairness, but I just don't see
Yeah.
the vision personally, and I don't see how it holds up against the more balance-oriented teams. I think
Like I said,
it
I think it
struggles
works
to break.
fine if Bro brings those first 5 with Rabombi, and it's just a HO team. You know? HO team with Latias can come in on some special attackers
Mhm.
and recover
You
up
could
and
potentially
like
run
send
Tink
some
some
CMs or
weeks.
something.
Tink-
Pekkarunt, just as I said again, Spin Blocker and Fizz Death Wall, and then you just run your Focus Sash lead webs or Quiver Dance for Bombi, and then you got your 2 like hard hitters on the physical side and Sammy and Ogapon.
Yeah, I think it can run
Like,
Tink some weeks. Like you can run like
oh no, I do agree. Tink can
bulky offense Tink, some
work.
rocks, Tink like fat vibes. Hopefully you can go into one of your other offensive threats and take a hit, or eventually end up at the Petulant so it can gain momentum for you. You got max hazard
Mm-hmm.
stack with a spinner and a fucking ghost type, so I guess like, you know, bro's winning some games for a
I
reason.
think the main thing the team's struggling for, though, for me anyway, I feel it's HO, but it's not got any, I would say, good special attackers. In the sense of
What about
Terrat is often
Latias?
CMing. Latias is also often CMing. Like,
No,
all
I
it takes is a clef, and it's walling like all the special attackers, minus the mightiest of nasty plot Peckerants, mind you, which is goated, but you never see it anymore. Like, I just think
what about the
the
legendary Specs Turtle?
yeah, that's what I was going to come into. I've seen the Specs Turtle at least once, I think twice now on his team, and like when you're bringing your turtle, not boots, it's like bringing a Dragonite Bandit every week, and I do not rate it.
You fucker.
No, I agree. I agree on that. I think what do you call it? It can
Or
come
Dragonite,
every now
please
and
send
again.
help.
Oh, both of them. Yeah, it can come once or twice,
Why you have
but if it comes
3
every
spinners?
fucking, I've seen that Dragonite come on so many rocks.
Oh, literally.
My friend
But
level
my more
4.
point is like with the turtle, I think it's even rougher because like
It's not his
arguably
best set,
it's just a better multi-scale.
literally.
Um, but like it's one of these teams like ways of not being swept by another HO team.
Mhm.
You know,
Mhm.
like he's got his little sturdy Ogapon. Ah, bam, they got hazards up. It's game over. They get hazards up. They get like a mon that's say a special attacker with a nasty plot. Bam, team dead.
Yeah, I would actually really
Like,
like this team if it had extremely consistent removal because I think the Pogus plus the Cornerstone could be really nice if they had like extremely consistent removal, but they just don't. Like,
mm-hmm.
you may have Talonflame, Tentacruel, fucking Claydol, but none of them are good
Yeah,
at
like
removing shit. Like,
I was gonna say, I see down at the hazard control a whole 5 hazard removal, which you don't often see, but then you realize that like they're all just shit choices.
mhm,
It doesn't matter how many options you have when they're all shit. I think like if you have one solid option, which I think Turtle is a solid option, but I would argue that like the Boots Rapid Spin Turtle doesn't want to be on the team with like who's around it. You know, it has other jobs to fill.
yeah, literally.
But yeah. Anyway, I think we can happily move on now that we've upset man's toe.
Turtle.
But yeah, next we have another person doing quite well, I'm pretty sure. Though still at the bottom in team regards. Never mind, he's 1-3. I thought he was 3-1.
Yeah, real
I
good.
take it back.
Bro's
I take it
popping
back.
off.
He managed to pick up arguably the second best Pokemon in the league and managed to get it on the second worst team. I think that in itself is impressive.
Mhm.
And then I look at it and I see a Valiant, I see a Mega Scissor. And if you're pushing it, I see a Gren and an Ursaluna. And then I don't see any of the Mons. Personally.
Yeah.
I think Terra Articuno, very nice, right? Probably one of the better Terras. But alongside Necrozma Arcanine Rotomo Woolcore with Ursaluna, I don't know. I don't know.
Yeah. I generally look at this team and I'm like, where did the points go? Like, it's been a while since I've
Mm-hmm.
asked, where did the points go? But, like, where did they go?
Necrozma.
Yeah, I
He
think that
absorbed
is.
them all up like he does the light.
Yeah, literally, that's what I was coming to the conclusion. Like, I think the crossbow gobbled up all the points, and then Bro was left with the
Like
wall core of
honestly,
Sudda, Woodoo, fucking Rotom, Mo, and Arcanine. Which, as bargain bin walls, I actually quite like Arcanine and Rotom Mo. And a Terra Artiguno
oh,
is also
agreed.
pretty good. But I feel like you're just missing something. Like, missing an extra good Pokemon.
Mm-hmm. Like I said, if this Necrozma was any other 16 pointer, question mark, might be a 15 pointer. Either way, if it was anything else from around there, I feel like it can do shit.
Yeah.
But instead, it just feels like it's literally shot itself in the foot.
Every time I've seen this thing, it's run T-Wave Rocks or something like that.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm
Like
like,
every time I've watched Sean's games, I always think he's gonna win because like he's got good momentum going, he's got like an advantage. And then this Necrozma comes out, can't touch a Slow King, can't touch this, can't touch that. And it's just sitting there menacingly, like, I'm a T Wave, you set up some rocks, and fat vibe. And for a 15/16 pointer, I don't want that.
literally,
You know? There's so many of the better mons that can sit there and T Wave and fucking set up rocks. And guess what? They're not walls, they're fucking psychic type. You know?
literally.
You tell me a single good wall that's a psychic type, none. The Cosmo's like only juicy part of him is the bullshit setup weakness policy crap. But like this team does not need that. It has Valiant and Scissor and arguably Gren and even Carmine Luna. You know,
hmm
it's got enough like genuinely solid setup to where it does not need Necrozma slapped on there because oh he can set up too. And then you look at it and you go oh I don't want to bring him as setup because I've just got better setup mons to choose. So in he comes Rocks and T Wave every fucking week, and he's just dead weight.
Literally. Like, Valiant fucking Scissor and Blood Moon, like, every single one of those beat, but I prefer as a setup option every day of the week to him. So he just never comes setup. He never
Mm-hmm.
wants to come Scarf for shit, because I'd rather have a Scarf Gren than a Scarf Necrozma. Or Specs, or
Literally.
Band. I'd rather have every one of those of Gren than Necrozma. So like I say, just T-Waving, it's like... I know a lot of, like, expensive walls like Clef. You could say, oh, Clef T-Waves and Nox and Rocks, but, like, Clef's a fairy type with better abilities.
That's very tight with Magic Guard. Like, hello.
Literally. And more unique
Sure, you've
fucking sets.
when your one highlight is the fact you've got Prism Armor, is outweighed by the fact that your typing is Psychic, arguably like the worst defensive type outside Rock and Grass, which even then they have their niches. Psychic's niche, oh, I can come in on a CC, which, oh wait, Poison Flying and Fairy, three much more goated wall types are right there.
hmm
But yeah, I don't know.
I also feel
I
like...
really like the power trio, the red, green, and blue. You know, feels like little Power Rangers. They're all ready to fight. I like them, and I don't even mind the Ursuluna and Blood Moon. I think he can work okay on.
hmm
Like, he's a fucking threat, but then like the Necrozma comes out of nowhere, and then I even like I know you said you don't mind Arcanine, but to me I feel like on this team that's strapped for points because in comes Necrozma absorbing all the points. like Arcanine just too expensive as well
No, 100%
for what
agree.
he's doing.
And it's also
Like
like
Arcanine's fine all,
he can get
and
momentum,
like
but
can.
he's really struggles to get it. Like he's
Mhm.
running boots, so he's never getting extra HP from leftovers. So it feels like he has to fucking Morning Sun too much, or like do something other than
100%.
just teleport.
Like Arcanine's one of those ones where on paper he's like a solid wall. He gets Intimidate, some decent stats, and like he can be offensive some weeks. He's pretty cool. But then like when you're actually using him, just every week you're like spamming Morning Sun, praying you don't get toxic, like
Hmm.
willowing special walls because as soon as you come in on the physical mon, they just switch and you willow fuck all, and then like
you
you're like, ah
willow.
shit, I can't
Yeah,
teleport because I still took like 30% from the physical mon, so I have to fucking Morning Sun, and then I don't know. I think it just goes to shit every time.
literally. Or you just have to hard switch out because you just willowed the special wall, or you don't want to teleport and take like 40 from its shadow wall or some shit.
Yeah, literally.
Or you do when your wall call's just dying very quickly, and it puts a timer on your team, and then you think to yourself, "Fuck, why didn't I just run offense? Like, why don't I just do offense
Yep.
instead
Like
of
you'll get a trend you see with a lot of these like lower rated teams, or where they're like there's no direction. You know, they can't seem to choose whether they're gonna go balance offense, fucking stall, bulky, HO. You know, they just kind of get some good mons, and then I'm gonna waste loads of points on like mons that have hybrid jobs. If that makes sense.
hmm
Like the reason Arcanine so much is because he's a wall that can hit hard. He's got speed. He's got solid stats all across the board. Like he's got like Hydreigon and Mew and all these mons.
yeah,
Like they're all like versatile and can do whatever the fuck they want basically. But then like they're put on a team where they're locked into doing only one job, and then because they're locked into that one job, it's pointless because bro can be the jack of all trades, but like it doesn't matter if he's locked into doing just one job, and there are mons cheaper than him that do that one job significantly better.
literally. Like you're never gonna bring this thing offensive. Even if you were running HO, you just really wouldn't want to. Because why? Like, how is it ever better than Scissor, fucking Gren, and Valiant?
hmm
It just
Even if you're
never
saying you're
is.
bringing it banded, like what, and then running defog on your scissor, like
Literally.
I don't see it.
That's another thing about this
Yeah,
team is it's got defog, Terra, Articuno,
Articuno
but
and
just
Rotomo, and
yeah,
like I said,
but
it's fine, but I'm saying for HO,
yeah,
there's no like.
I don't like defog Rotomo as your main defogger. I had it
Like you
one
got Mega
season.
Scissor, but again, you don't ever want to be running defog or Mega Scissor unless like you're against a Zam and you want to bring your Spadef Scissor, and that's fair enough, you know.
Yeah, defog on Rotom is all right, I think, if you're pressured into it, because the draft just goes that way. There's no good defoggers left, but it's generally just bad in my opinion. You always want
Also, in my
like the
opinion, like,
stab move, Volt Switch, fucking Pain Split, and Willow slash other status.
yeah, I think Rotomo especially struggles with that shit because I feel like he actually likes
He really likes
Believe
Leaf
Storm,
Storm,
Volt
yeah.
Switch shenanigans.
Mhm. Mhm.
Also,
Same.
I'm not gonna lie, Scarf Rotomo, pretty good.
Yeah, yeah.
Like, I know Gren's probably Scarf most weeks, but like it does. It's a nice thing about this Rotom is it like opens up this Gren's choices as well, and like that's what annoys me about this team is that there are nice synergies. I think the first four, Rotomo and Articuno, solid. I think Sudowoodo is like a fucking one pointer. I hope he's a one pointer, 2 points tops. And I don't mind him either. But then this Necrozma and Arcanine, I just feel like have really
Yeah.
let the team down because they're both little versatile. I can do whatever I want mons that just can't do whatever they want on the team.
I wouldn't have minded like an Incineroar, to be honest. Like,
Same. I know you got a dark type in Gren, but like
yeah,
you're not
literally.
bringing Gren in on these Shadow Balls.
Literally. And
And
it
like
kind of
fucking Ursaluna, yeah, sure, comes on a Shadow Ball. Oh, they predicted and didn't click Shadow Ball. Oh, yeah, Ursaluna's almost dead now because he's base 65 to Spadef.
hmm and like it does mean you're committing to playing fast, but I think this team just commits to playing fast anyway. So you should pick up this Incineroar, and you can kind of be similar to a Rotom but just pivots. They come in at once, and like they might
Mm-hmm.
get chipped over time and just die, but you're hoping your other ones win you the game. But like this Arcanine just doesn't do that job like Incineroar could.
100%.
and also that Incineroar could knock shit through your team if needed. Whereas this team's only knock is on a Valiant that probably won't come until it's sweeping, or on a Mega Scissor.
Oh, what you mean? Isn't the Necrozma? Necrozma's around knocking out everyone's items.
Does the cross get knocked too?
Yeah, yeah.
Oh, fair. My bad. There's not so much as a point,
He's
but
the GOAT.
Either way, an extra knock is always nice.
It pains me, but I look at this Necrozma and I think Deoxys defense would just be better.
Oh, I 100% agree. I think
That,
Deoxys defense
that's a
so
painful
good for this
thing
team.
when you think Deoxys defense is.
Bro, he's been
a
played as a
competitive
Deoxys
substitute.
defense.
Literally, he is just acting as a Deoxys defense. Bro Click's Photon guys are like twice a game.
He'd have spikes as well if you're on Deoxys defense.
Mm-hmm. And a better
teleport.
rocker, in my opinion. And teleport, literally.
No, I think Deoxys defense would be insane for this team. Like, that's what you want to do. Just like you turn up, both heads tank some hits, and he fucks off to the good offensive ones.
Literally, they want to bring in their offensive one to beat up him. Like, oh, he might T-wave me. Scary, you know.
Literally. Gets toss as well, so he's hard-ish to sub up on.
Oh, literally. But yeah, here's the wise one. Got any words before we move on?
If I
No.
start talking,
He doesn't want to make an enemy of Sean. I understand. Don't worry.
I mean, I already beat him this season.
Oh, dang.
Shots fired.
There you go then. Just the fact that no wonder this team's at the bottom.
He is
Proof.
one of my only key wins. Yeah, that's one of him shit. Even
Like, that's
like,
proof.
if I can beat you, you Kim's ass.
Nice.
Facts. But yeah, moving on to JDS, who's 1-4 now, by the way, not 0-4. After this Ogerpon 6-0'd. Beautiful, by the way.
Got
But
big. Oh, it got big.
yeah, the team is interesting. The golden shite combo known as Goldengo and Glamora is hurts. You know? Bro saw the Paldia decks and was like, oh yo, Roaring Moon, Screamtail, Zapdos. I think Zapdos is in Paldia decks, hopefully. Well,
Yeah, it is.
Glamora and I thought he was. Ogerpon and Goldengo. Bro's just built a Paldia decks team. You know, in the first 6 months.
He has.
And I'm like, fair enough. But this is an outdex, boy, and Glamora is pretty booty. Like,
Yeah.
How all Mons Goldengo with Glamora? I just don't see it. Like, oh no, I can't remove their hazards from the Glamora. Oh wait, I've got a poison type. Oh, the Goldengo can't block the poison type coming in. Oh, there goes the spikes. You know? Glamora's special little trope with the Goldengo is in the water because they have a poison type. But like, yeah, I think fucking Glim has its purpose on HO, right?
Yeah.
And like HO fucking can run some bullshit Power Herb Meteor Beam and just send like whatever they want to fucking lead with. Scary as fuck. I don't see it doing that on this team because bro built honestly a decent balance team, like a solid balance team with a Glim.
Literally, and then slapped a Glim on.
Mm-hmm. And like, I think someone also needs to teach him that a defensive Goldengo is a goat. But one day.
One day.
But yeah, I like Roaring Moon. Zapdos. Zapdos. You know, I'm not gonna hate on him. Everyone seems to love Dorito Boy. He defog. He has a 99% chance to static you on your U-turn, and good vibes. You know, doesn't miss hurricanes either. That is the Zapdos of greatness. He doesn't miss the hurricanes. He will confuse you, and he will discharge power you if he doesn't static power you. Like, he's the GOAT. But outside that, like, a bit meh.
Yeah, we
I
can see.
think fits fine on the team.
Yeah, you can see why
Like,
this team's climbing up the ranks. I actually like, other than the Glim, I actually quite like this team. I think
I,
to me, if we had like a better spinner than Glim, because I don't like Hazard Stack no spin, it feels a bit shit.
100%.
And I don't like Glim as your spinner because it kind of dies setting up the fucking hazards in the first place. So it's like,
Literally, you can't have
oh,
your.
I've died setting up the hazards. Now they've set up hazards, and my spinner's fucking dead because it dies setting up the hazards. It's just not great.
Literally. Also, like, Goldengo does kind of act as a spin blocker, but I think in practice he never does. Because, like, oh, is that a Great Tusk I see? Oh, is that a Donphan I see? Oh, is that an Iron Shreds I see? Like, an Excadrill?
Yeah,
all the good rapid spinners
beat up
are ground
Goldengo.
type.
Hmm.
And Sen, bro. Like, congrats, bros can come in on a fucking duck rapid spinning, can come on a tentacle rapid spinning. Still nice, don't get me wrong, but like, I think bro's best part is blocking defog,
Yeah, agreed.
and which, don't get me wrong, nice means like you're kind of forcing them to do the hazard stacks against you. But the problem is, if they do the hazard stacks against you, you're in a lot of trouble because they're probably spinning away your hazards with their superior spinner and probably be able to kill Goldengo, whilst also getting up their own hazards. Whilst you're there just praying that this Glim can like do everything in the world.
Literally.
But yeah, one thing I'd like to mention though is not the biggest fan of Swampert, but I think he's really nice on the team.
I do agree.
Ironically,
Yeah,
like I've never seen so much grass resist around a Swampert before. Like holy shit!
the grass signs are in the fucking bin.
Literally.
He is lacking round. He resists though. Like he's got Zapdos, but once
Oh,
that
yeah.
goes down, Earthquake just hits him the whole game hard.
Yeah,
Oh, literally.
I agree.
Like a chomp on it against this team is not fun.
Yeah, Chomp has the matchup of greatness.
Oh no, Screamtail's come in to do 40% with Gleam. Watch out.
Like
If
the
that,
Y,
probably.
clean 6-0.
Yup. But yeah, Zapdos, come on. Do not rate it as your only ground immunity / resist.
I think it's alright personally. I just think you pair it with another, like, if you could get a grass type that isn't Ogerpom Half Flame, you know?
100%. And another thing I was going to mention about little half flame. Don't get me wrong, bro just collected a 6-0 like it was nothing. I don't like him on a team that can't get hazards off easily.
Literally. The
Like,
whole point of a team.
sure, Zapdos is not a bad defogger, but again, if you want to be doing the hazard stacking, you don't really want to be defogging. So it again questions, what the fuck is this Glim doing? Because it can come spin one time maybe and die, or it can set up all the hazards and die, and then they set up rocks, and then you're looking at this Ogerpon like, where? I don't want to defog right now. Like, I don't know. It's rough.
Yeah.
I also don't like the arguably two of your better, not better, but like two of your better offensive ones in Ogerpon and Electrode. Again, let me finish before I say Electrode's one of the better offensive ones when there's Roaring Moon and fucking and Goldengo. I'm just saying there's a Goldengo and a Roaring Moon right there. Don't worry. But like, as like a Terra boy, like you're meant to be your Terra offensive Electrode, I do not like the fact that both him and the Heartflame are grass. You know? I don't mind Electrode on the team, but again, you got two grass types and neither of them resist ground.
It's
Bit
quite
rough.
funny.
Yeah.
But yeah.
I definitely agree
It's also
with
like I think he brought both of them against me, and I instantly went from worrying about the matchup to being like, oh, never mind, because I feel like if you're bringing both of them, it's just rough. And when like it feels rough to bring one of your better offensive mons with your Terra user that you're gonna want to bring most weeks, because like everyone loves Terra small. Like I don't see the Ogerpon's place.
No, I agree.
You
I
know?
think especially when you want to
I
hazard stack,
rate him as a
you gotta.
I rate him as a physical attacker. I rate him so much. I think Bro with Mold Breaker is insane. Bro SDs and then just wins half the time because like nothing can stop him. But I just you know I just
Yeah.
don't rate him on the team.
No, 100% when you want a hazard stack and they hazard stack back and you're like, fuck, my mind can't run boots. It's
Mhm.
kind of big
Like
shit.
just the more and more you look into it, the more and more this Ogerpon is just like, buddy, what are you doing? All I'm gonna say, if that was a Wellspring over a Heart Flame, ka-ching. But yeah,
Indeed. Or
sometimes
even
we can't
like
get the better ones.
Cornerstone or something in this team, realistically.
I don't know about Cornerstone. I think he also struggles because he doesn't like the hazards because they're sturdy.
Yeah, but it's not as
Like,
bad, I feel. I feel like Sturdy is majority of the time when I used that Oak Pump and Afterthought. Like, I'm actually like
I
fucking
think
big damage.
that's fair. But I also think like the damage output that Heart Flame can do is just a bit nicer.
Hmm.
But like Cornerstone's no slouch for sure. But yeah, like I said, nice start of a balanced team. Just not sure the direction with the hazards. Just in
Yeah.
general, you know,
Hmm.
who's setting them up, who's getting rid of them, what's happening with the hazards
A
to this
lot of
team. I
anti-synergy
don't know. Do you
synergies.
know?
Yeah. He's got a Terror or Dino, bonus points for that.
Is it Terra?
I think
I
so.
thought it was just the Electrode. Can he afford both?
Probably not, although I
No,
remember.
no, he can't. I didn't think he could.
Imagine with
Electrode
Terror to
was like
begin
10 or
with.
12. What was
Because,
Ordino?
like, I remember seeing it as
Maybe.
Terror.
It is not anymore, which negative points, you know?
Yeah, true.
It is his. I'd argue it's his Shadow Ball switch, but Aurora Moon's a pretty goated fucking Shadow Ball switch.
Hmm.
But yeah, team alright. Just again, hazards are going to shit. But yeah, Drum got anything else to say? As a Screamtail user, you got any tips?
Even fair, my first thought when I saw this team was it could set frames and just smash shit. Um,
Of course, that was your
but
first
that is
thought.
as far as my monkey brain went.
Understandable,
A
honestly.
screen
Like
scream.
he does have some decent screen
Yeah,
users.
Scream Tail with Golden Go and Moon is very nice.
Hmm.
Like, it's very easy to get his team set up.
Yeah, for sure. Thank you for that good advice, Drum.
Thank you.
Now moving on to an absolute shitters team. Drum,
Ah,
going 2-2. Pretty good, pretty good.
pretty good,
Two
pretty
free,
good.
but yeah.
Um,
True. Newly updated,
I'll let
2-3.
Beyond start with this one.
Oof.
Who, me?
Yeah, me start shit talking
Yeah,
your
go
team.
on.
I mean,
Yeah,
what?
start shit and talk your own team, Drum.
Yeah,
You
true,
got
actually.
this.
Pop off.
Like shit during the draft, and then I couldn't get fix it, but still went like shit.
I think
So,
it's
Indeed.
alright.
I think it went better from
Yeah.
the
oh,
fixing.
yeah,
The fixing helped it a lot.
it's not my style of game whatsoever.
No. I think the speed tier feels a bit rough to be like 125 Darkrai, 101 Lando T. Oh, no, 102, 108
108,
Tracheon. Yeah, true, true.
no 110 and above though, which I still think is just as rough. I think 101 and
Yeah.
108 may as well be the fucking same.
It'd be like it's a very big, a very small nitpick, but it would be nice to have somewhere between those two speed tiers. Because I feel like a lot
100%.
of shit falls in the in between that you just living its best life.
Also, I don't know about you, but I feel like Darkrai without sleep is like a rough revenge killer sometimes.
Agreed.
Like,
Scarf Dark Pulse only does so much.
Specs, Dark Pulse also does so
Also
much when they're
only
the
does
fairy
so much.
type, and you got
Yeah.
to play I want to be Life Orb now, and then the hazards and the Life Orb stack, and then Darkrai dead before you know it, and yeah. Now I'm going to say something maybe controversial. I love Tran. Tran is top tier mon. I do not rate him on the team personally.
How could you say that? I have Rillaboom. I have been told
Exactly.
it is a Goki combo,
Grassy
and you
terrain
can't
Tran.
fail. Yes.
Okay.
Yep.
Are you trying to make up for the fact that Nick doesn't play anymore, or All Star, however you want to call him?
I've no idea.
So I think he would be a big advocate for your Rillaboom Tran. Sadly, I'm not sure about anyone else. But I do
Nice.
appreciate though.
Like
You
you can
you
live
knew
one.
you knew
Done.
the Earth Power was shitting on your day, so you
Yes.
picked up the Lando to stop anyone else from Earth Powering you.
Yes.
Now that genius move.
Yep, 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 yep.
I like the Mega Slowbro. I think you just don't Mega him 90% of the time, and that's okay. He's doing his job pretty well. I like the track. I like the Lando. Nice two wall breakers. But then, like I said, I come to the wall core, and I'm a big fan of Mandibuzz. But Mandibuzz, Mega Slowbro, not Megaring, and Tran goes a bit rough.
Yeah,
Like,
yeah. I was trying to put a
that sounds
finger on.
like the most questionable budget wall core I've ever heard of, and it's not even that budget. It's still pretty fucking expensive. But yeah, like I
It
said, all those
is.
ones I rate individually. Putting them together, I feel like it's like cooking. You know, like there's some flavors you just don't mix. They're good by themselves. You mix them together, and tastes like shit.
I feel like
And
we're all
I think that's kind of what we're at.
a bit botched in their own way. Like Tran only having leftovers and being weak to ground, Mandy having to run boots every week, and fucking Slowbro hindered by a Mega Stone. And together with the botched trio, it just feels a bit rough. I feel like you can make up for one of those issues, like a boots on a Mandy or a no recovery on a Heatran or fucking Mega Stone on Slowbro. But like together, just feels a bit rough. I think.
Yeah, like I said, I think it's better than your pseudo raid team with Deoxys defense that was terrorizing the people before. But I still think, like I said, I think you patched it okay. I think you had a ship, you hit a big iceberg called Avalug, and it ripped this massive hole into your ship, and then you picked up said iceberg and used him to kind of patch your own ship, and then picked up a fucking pink thing in a shell, and you just tried, and like the ship is still sinking. It's just sinking much slower now,
Yeah,
and whether that's a good thing or a bad thing is time will tell. You know, will John be regulated? Who knows?
Nah, because my Lango, as we've already said, sits those JGS, so I'll get a win there.
Oh, he's
That's fine.
in. GG.
Yeah.
ease
Week 7.
clap. Let's go.
Just don't get caught out by the mightiest of Ogre-Pons that I think does some work. Disclaimer: bring Terrafire, Avalug that week, and then I'm gonna message you saying bring Terra Dragon instead. You know, and this way,
Oh, big brain.
Oh.
exactly. He's never gonna know what to do. But
Do I bring the stomping or do I bring the player off? Mm,
or does he bring both? Because the Heatran's there, and you may as well stomping that anyway.
exactly. At that point, you may as well just
So
be
I'm not gonna
fucking
lie,
fire. That stomping ain't doing shit
Cudgel will
anyway.
send that Tran. I say Cudgel will do better against the Tran, low key.
Stomping ain't doing shit to fucking Avalok as a fire type anyway. Bro's just bouncing off. Avalok hard body.
Just what Avalug does back is
Yeah,
we don't know yet.
hit him with toxic.
Okay.
Easy. Boom, headshot. What
What a
now,
topical
shitter?
choice.
Oh,
Yeah,
yeah.
overall the team's not bad. It's got like utility to it, like Mandy, Tran Slowbro doing their thing. Low key Mega Slowbro, very nice knockoff fodder. Like he's got that going for him at least. You got Tran to say no to the U turns. You know, big smart. Mandy, I like Mandy, but as long as you can avoid it getting knocked off, I think you're good. Even though knowing you, it's probably ran lefties at least twice so far.
No, actually, I'll go for Games. I love you, know.
Oh, I'm
Oh.
proud. It's wearing little boots.
Yes.
Yeah, well,
Do you not like the look of its claws? Are you like hiding them? You know.
No.
he's got adventures in other places where he's going with his Heatran. That's been wearing spectacles on its face.
Hey, nothing wrong with Spectran. Just when he's one of your only walls is part
Yeah,
where
exactly.
it
When he's
concerns.
part of the wall core and he's wearing spectacles, it's not the best look for bro.
I also
In
need
my
to ask,
opinion,
how
at
much did
least.
this Terra Bastion send you back?
I don't know.
What? I think it's 1 point and 1 point terror.
Oh, he's 1 point? Oh, I'll let you off then. That's completely fine. Bro, cheap as fuck. Yeah, overall, I like the team. You know, you got some threats, honestly. I think it's one of the first teams we've seen now that, like, genuinely has enough threats to where, like, you're gonna slightly struggle prepping for all the threats.
You're gonna
I
slightly
think in
struggle.
pre-op, like,
You might think a
you know,
little when you prep against this team. You're
like, you're gonna kind of struggle beating up a Lando, a Terrakion, and a Rillaboom, like, and then just a little bit on top, a bit of Darkrai as well. Like, have you got your Fairy type, one of the three Lando answers, a Terrakion answer, and a Corv to beat up Rillaboom? Like, that's scary, you know. And like, I know you hate the Spectran, but bro, if he's Scarf and you want to go fat HO with like a Mandy or a fucking Slowking or even a fucking Metal Burst Bastiodon, then it works, you know. I think there's enough power on this team where like your opponent is struggling to like build against you. You know, they're not just making a team and going, "Oh, as long as I don't like let one bro get too low, I win this game no matter what." Whilst this team, I think it's more they see the weakness in the wall core, and it's kind of a game to who can break who first.
indeed. On the upside, he does have 7 taunt users, so their wall core ain't recovering.
Why am I not surprised? I reckon they're all taunt sub as well. Oh.
Taunt
I had
taunt
my
sub.
taunt sub Lando, got my taunt sub Darkrai. I'm safe, baby. None of those mean walls are gonna get me. Oh.
Never leave home without my 7 taunt users. Heaven forbid they start healing.
Oh. Yeah, so it's honestly
Yeah,
for
it's a
how
good
low it is,
team.
it's a pretty solid team.
Yeah.
And I think that just shows like we actually have some solid teams this season. Like I still think there's plenty of questionable choices on a lot of these teams, but I think overall one of our better qualities in recent seasons. I think like at least since season 16, I think this has been one of our better seasons overall. You know,
Yeah.
like there's no one team that I see and I'm like, oh, free win. They're all just kind of like there's a couple where it's like oh, I don't know what it's doing, and then this team's like said fourth to the bottom. So, and I would arguably say I'm not looking forward to team building into the said team.
No, I'd be
So
happy to use this team. It looks quite fun and very
literally,
usable.
like again, no shade to be thrown, but the main thing that I'm excited for when facing this team is knowing who's piloting it. You know, other than that, scary team.
You mean to tell me Tauntman 5000 is whipping out this team with his sub on each one?
I'm glad Drum's here for us to bully. You know, it'd feel bad if he wasn't here in person at least.
Exactly.
But anyway, moving on to bullying someone that's not here, we have Lion next with his recent changes. I'd say recent changes making the team better? Question mark. I don't know.
No, I
I kind of
disagree.
like Tinglu.
I kind of like
I very much like Tinglu.
I like
I
Tinglu
don't
too.
like Treads, Moltres Galar as much as Tinglu. Sorry to say. Um, yeah, I think the other team. I think in our initial ratings when we were doing this as a power rankings 4 weeks ago, I think Lion's team was third. So
Yeah.
kind of fall from grace that it's gone from third to seventh.
Well, he ripped off the Tinglu and he ripped off the fucking what's his face? What's the flying steel type?
Oh, Celesteela.
Yeah,
Was it
Celesteela.
Celesteela?
Yeah, I've seen him as
Yeah, okay,
Celesteela.
yeah, Ting.
Yeah,
Oh,
Talit.
Tinglu Celesteela.
Yeah, and he whipped out a
What
fucking
did he pick up?
Feeny.
What, he fucking Finny? Yeah.
Feeny treads. Well, my treads. I
Yeah, okay.
just swap with him.
Fat hell. But like, well, hey, bro was saying that it wasn't his playstyle, so each their own, you know.
Indeed.
Yeah, I like the Annihilate. I like the Oath. I like this era. I like the treads. And then, yeah, Tim gets a bit questionable.
Yeah. I like the Feeny. I don't mind Feeny.
I
Not
think he's
sh-
alright. I think like CM draining kiss shenanigans could carry it somewhat.
Yeah.
And like bro loves his Frostmoth, so I think the plan is just set up and smash.
Yeah.
Like I've also seen, I think he's ran bulk of Annihilate every week, so I think very much we have a fan of setup and smash.
The smash.
And like Latios is very nice to be partnered with said setup and smash, because bro's form of setup and smash is I'm a luster purge. If you don't have a dark type, prepare to sack something. You know?
Bro's form of
I
seven
think
smash
when
is
the rest of your
just
team,
smash.
literally, his is just smash. No setup needed.
Yeah,
So like,
literally.
I think he worked quite well on the team of setup and smashes. And then like Zera is speed control incarnate, so
hmm
bro's Gucci there.
I don't really see the point of this Entei. I've seen it come a couple of times. I don't know why it comes. I don't know why you feel the need to ever draft an Entei.
Like choice band popping off somewhat, I guess, but to me it's just if you're running a bandit, it's just a shit slow Cinderace. And you're sad.
Pretty much.
You know?
I mean, granted, Cinderace is a lot more expensive, but
Oh, 100%. But it's almost double his points.
yeah.
But like, I don't know. Hisuian Arcanine, there you go. That's a good one. Hisuian Arcanine, just better. Hands down better for like
Agree.
1 or
You
2
could
points.
get rid of your fucking Regirock as well if you put out that shit. I don't know why the Regirock's here right now.
Literally.
Well, I don't know what bro thought when he was like,
Like,
yeah, I wasn't winged in with Ting Lu, so I need a Regirock. Don't quite see the jump in logic there.
no. Like I said, I think this Hentei and the Regirock turned into a good old Hentei, baby. Regirock turned into like a Hisuian Arcanine. Teams like reaching that bulky offense, setup and smash
Vibes.
area where like
Yeah.
it's gone from lol, it's just some guy that doesn't know how to play using setup and smash because that's what worked in their playthrough to oh damn, actual scary setup and smash that actually might set up and smash on me, you know?
Yeah, I would quite enjoy an Arcanine on Syrian on this team because, like, I don't know, they just feel so shit. You just wall the fire typing and then he's just bad. Like, who doesn't have a defensive water type? Fucking no one. Who is this
Literally.
Entei causing problems? No one.
And best
It's
part is,
just
does
not.
Entei get Earthquake? No. He might have got it in Gen 9, but I don't know. But I know that was a funny meme back in the day.
I think he gets like stomping or some shit probably now.
Amazing.
Yeah, I don't know. I don't think his stomping's gonna fucking set the world alight.
No. I think when you're like, you've spent 10 points on a quote unquote wall breaker, I think that's Entei's job, I think.
Yeah.
You got a wall breaker that gets walled by dragon, fire, water, arguably even the fucking Regirock. Like, I think maybe that's why he picked up the Regirock, so no one else could have the Regirock against him.
True.
I don't see the point of
No, I don't see the
boy.
point of Entei.
Like, I think Moltres, Galar, and Entei and Regirock could all fuck off from this team.
I see the
And
point in the.
I would still team build against it the exact same.
I see the point of the Moltres. I mean, you're gonna bring the defensive water type because of the Entei, but it's just never gonna fucking achieve anything on the Entei. Maybe if your grand plan was Entei makes their water type come max Fizz Death, and I go hit them with a fucking Thunderbolt instead of a Plasma Fist, then sure. but like, if you planned on actually this Entei achieving something, I'm not sure you're
Like,
gonna have any luck with that.
another thing, little theory I could think of is you have the flip turn Lati, flips on the mean steel type, and then you go into Entei but then like Annihilate's just arguably better. Or again, you could have just got a better fire type. Like, you've got plenty of fire types out there, I feel, that could just do Entei's job but better. Even Infernape, I'll know double fighting type. But like again, this Regirock fucks off, and arguably the Moltres, even though I think you seem to like it, so I'm not going to question it too much.
I don't think it's
I
amazing,
think
but I just think it has a purpose. It can do something at least. Whereas this Entei,
I think like you can just get a cheaper Dark type that like has the same. I come in on Shadow Ball's job that Bro has, you know.
but then he gets big. Bro gets big. He's got agility,
Yeah,
nasty. Or is it calm mind? I think it's nasty plot.
it's nasty. It's nasty. Does he look very calm to you, buddy? He doesn't look very calm to me.
No.
He looks pretty nasty.
Pretty nasty. Well, things can get
but
nasty
yeah,
plot and calm mind, so you know why ain't
very
bro?
true. I think he probably does actually get calm mind as well, but I do think the nasty plot is the way to go.
No, 100%. If he gets nasty, you run nasty.
hmm But yeah, I think team all right, mainly because setup and smash with Latios and Zera is kind of nice. I think Annihilate doesn't really appreciate being on a setup and smash team, but
No, but
I have a soft spot for Annihilate because he's Marshadow, but you actually get to use him, so it's soft spot. Call me
when they
a
force a
hypocrite, I
Lati
don't
out
care.
with the choice scarf U-turn, you know, bam, annihilate.
Yeah, literally. And like probably a knock as well, you know.
Yeah,
Depending on many
he's got
smokes.
somewhat like bulky offense vibes. You know, he's got the treads. He's got the fucking Buffini.
Yeah, that's what I mean. I think it's very much bulky offense
Yeah.
slash setup and smash, you know.
Well, exactly. Sometimes we're not setting up and smashing. You know. Sometimes we switch in.
I don't know.
Occasionally.
I think you bulky offensing for your setup and smash, you know. I don't think everyone's setup and smashing. I'm more like
Yeah,
I
exactly.
see Latios and Zera popping off. I see the treads and the Annihilate plus Finny kind of walling, and then in comes Frostmoth. That's how I see it. I see those top six coming every week, pretty much.
It's like a perfect
Like
arrow made
Volpoon's
as well.
coming every now. Literally, it's a little arrow, yeah.
It's
Like
an arrow into the
Frostmoth is
Frostmoth.
making it. Literally, the Frostmoth is the tip of the arrow. But yeah, I've got nothing else to say really.
It's shooting its own
I think,
teammates. No, that's why they're
yeah,
there
like how
to
it,
get shot.
just like right,
Genius.
how the team shot itself in the foot when it got rid of a Tinglu and a Celesteela.
Yes. When it was a cracked balance team.
Indeed. Moving on from one bulky offense to arguably another bulky offense.
Yeah, I'd call this bulky offense. I don't think quite
Once
having a
again,
chance
right
is
to
enough to
Alola's
call it
hiding.
balance.
Yeah, I think Chansey Lando is goated, don't get me wrong. And I do remember me and you running the mighty Lando Blissey HO back in the day.
Indeed.
And I'm not gonna lie, Coco is a Fizdef wall I have no problems with. You know, if you want to run him as terrain setter, I think Fizdef works better than like trying to be offensive. Because why bring my Coco offensive when he's meant to set up terrain for my better offensive boys?
True.
So
Like the
there's
ratio
some
lower
premise there,
that's for some reason not
literally.
showing up on the images. It should be about there.
Indeed. My main gripe with this team is you may seem like there's a trend. I hate all dark flying types except Mandibus, but I do not like the Sign Jugulus on the team.
No.
Like,
I preferred the Blastoise it had originally, the Mega Blastoise as well.
I do think this is another team like Lions that dropped a bit when it went from Mega Blast and I can't remember the other one, but it dropped Mega Blast for Keldeo and then Decidueye Hisuian. I think Mega Blast was better, but like Lion, bro said it wasn't really fitting his playstyle, which bro was flawless at the time, so
So I'm
hey,
not
if it
sure
didn't
what
work,
about
you're
it.
still fucking rocking it somehow, bro.
Yeah.
But fair enough, you know. I do like Keldeo. You like Keldeo.
I love
Keldeo the
Keldeo.
goat. But on a terrain team, not so sure.
No, neither. Like this team just
But
didn't
like,
really desperately need the Keldeo.
no. I think if the Blastoise was to go, I think Keldeo is a fine option for
Yeah,
said
yeah.
Blastoise. I don't see many other water types coming in to replace
No.
The Blastoise,
Mhm.
except for like regular one maybe. Regular one, just Shell Smash, and then you can still terrain pulse, but you don't have the Mega Launcher.
Yeah.
So not as good, but still all right. But other than that, I think Keldeo is fine replacement. However, like I do think the Mega Blast definitely fit the team a bit better. It gave it that more bulky offense vibe that it was going for to begin with.
Literally, I quite like the spin on the team as well. To be fair, because doesn't Defog get rid of terrain?
Yes, it does.
Yes. So if you want to get rid of hazards, you have to get rid of your own terrain. Whereas Blastoise made it
Hmm.
so you could just spin, and then potentially even just start a mini sweep with the Blastoise. Granted, he can't run fucking Shell Smash, but I think he has plenty enough power without it, especially in the electric terrain.
100%.
But yeah, I'll back onto your bit about the jugglers here. I don't really see the point of, bro. Like, I think the Alolan Raichu and the Crown is plenty enough electric terrain abuse. And the Blastoise, when the
Even
Blastoise
if you
was
can
here.
argue, like, jugglers, specs good jugglers hitting hard, I'm like, yeah, but it's a flying type, so it doesn't really want to be spec, especially when your defog is not really wanting to defog. And on
Especially when
top
you
of that, you got
defog.
Crown right there that can be the specs
Mm,
bullshit if you want it to do.
literally. And your defog with fucking Lundo T doesn't feel good. Or Decidueye Hisuian. Which I love
And Tapu
Decidueye
Koko.
Hisuian. Are true. Yeah. Set up your terrain, defog the terrain. Big.
Sucks, but like, it's arguably his best option for hazard removal because I feel like this Lando T wants to be free. Do.
No, I agree, I
You know.
agree.
Yeah. What's your point about your goat Hisidio and Decidueye?
He's just a bit mid, isn't he? Like,
No,
I
hundred
love him,
percent.
but like, you don't really want to bring him defog, you know? So like, it's either you
Yeah.
hinder the Lando R T with defog, like you said, you hinder the Coco with defog, or you're bringing a Decidueye Hisuian, which I like that one. And if it's a good matchup for it, fair enough, but it's not always a good matchup.
Mhm. Like I said, I won't lie. I had bro asking me for suggestions, and he said about Serena, which I liked because the rap's been better than the defog for the team.
Yeah,
But like, I still think the Serena would just not work. I think it pains me to say this. I just don't think Lando T works well on said terrain team.
yeah.
Lando T is a goat. I think if this could have been one of the other ground types with spin, enter any four of them, I think teams looking.
Better.
I
Yeah,
don't
I
know
agree.
because I feel like Lando T is scarier and nice on the team,
I think the Lando T's fine,
but
but just like,
I just
what
think
was wrong with the Blastoise, man? We had Mega
true, true,
Blastoise.
true,
We were smashing, and then we got rid of it for a fucking
true.
Keldeo. Love Keldeo, but just like not on this team. The Blastoise was big, bro. Was huge. I've never like fucking been this big of a fan of a Blastoise of any kind before, but he was really good on this team.
Hey, you like my one of the Ubers? I know because he was on a terrain team with a Shell Smash, small. But
Indeed.
yeah. But yeah, I think Mega Blast on terrain is the only viable option for Mega Blast.
Yeah. And he was doing so much for his team. We were spinning, we were Beyblading, and then we stopped for no reason.
Another very small nitpick I have, but I think if this Chansey was a P2, it would feel a lot nicer.
Agreed. And then you'd be more
Personally.
likely to not lock in Lando T as a Fizz Death wall a lot of the weeks because the P2 can do either
Mm-hmm.
side, whereas the Chansey
Literally.
is just kind of shit. Well, it's just not
Yeah.
shit, it's Chansey, but yeah, it's not great. It's also Chansey's generally more susceptible to setup bullshit where if P2's got decent special attack stats.
Oh, literally, especially with download. Fuck. P2
Yeah,
don't give
yeah,
a
true.
shit if you're going to set up on, bro.
Mm-hmm.
You set up, he's done 60% of your HP with Tri Attack.
Facts.
Kabam.
Yeah, I agree. I'd have preferred a P2. And I don't think this Chansey has the time to set up a wish for anyone either, realistically.
No. That does bring me into one option, though, that I'd also mention. Again, we're kind of trying to problem solve the solved problem already that was the Blastoise. But another option for over the Keldeo would have been the Duck, because
True.
that does get spin. I wouldn't have actually minded it that much.
I wouldn't have minded
I
it that
think it's
much
still
either.
struggling, and I think the Keldeo is nice for that initial damage that Bro can give off,
Yeah.
and the wall breaking potential, which the Duck doesn't really have. But like, I will admit, I feel like having a spinner to A, open up defog off Lando, and B, like, be able to keep your terrain going. But yeah,
Literally.
I'm also not gonna lie. I feel it's very much the Coco and Raichu show when it comes to the terrain.
Yes.
Like, I don't see Iron Crown abusing it that well. Iron Jugulis can just fuck off, honestly. Don't care about it.
Mm-hmm.
Just gonna be completely blunt with that one. Like, I'm all for not falling into the trap of Coco Boulder. But like, I think it probably would have gone better. Or like, even Iron Leaves to an extent.
Yeah.
Because like, at least then
I
Bro
don't,
has a ground resist outside the Decidueye and Hisuian.
I don't think I mind the crown, to be honest. I just don't think it's done anything. Like, I think it can do things. I just haven't
Yeah,
ever
yeah.
seen it do its things. I think you can run specs in the
Agreed.
trade and you'll hit that 1.3 extra harder, which is nice because I think
Mm-hmm.
it's a 1.3 times on like an already specs benefit if you have a specs on it, right?
Yeah, it is. Yeah, yeah,
Yeah.
yeah.
So I think that feels like a
Six
really
bundle is hard.
nice, yeah. Bro would hit like a truck, but I don't think I've seen that.
No, yeah, agree. Like I said, bro does work with specs, but at the same time, when your two stabs are still psychic, they both get walled by steel, which most people often have.
Yeah.
If it's a little rough for your specs boy, uh, don't
Yeah,
get me wrong. I think like
depending on the steel
outside
model.
a few steel types, you can probably just fucking two shot a lot of
I
them.
was gonna say just blast him anyway, you know?
Literally.
If I short with my fucking scarm, just blast it
Um,
down anyway. Like who cares?
yeah, yeah,
Fucking
yeah. Talking about the
Terrakill.
upsides on the team though, Cinderace. I love Cinderace on this team. I I like Banded Cinderace always, but coming into the hazards thing, bro does great with
Yeah.
court change
Quick change, yeah.
because like this team's not setting up hazards. Like Rock's Lando and Rock's Chansey, probably not setting up hazards that often.
Hmm.
Like so, just being able to be like, I dare you to set up hazards, and my Cinderace is gonna come and give me back. Like I think that's a very nice part of the team,
I can agree.
and I also think like Loki banded Lando with a banded Cinderace, just doing shenanigans. Scary as fuck.
Yeah,
You
it's
know,
a,
like if you just ignore the terrain for a moment, so like think of the terrain as like a sweeper, right? You don't ever bring the train in until like right at the end, and then Right Chwillo comes and finishes. And you've got this banded Cinderace Orlando, and you've got a Specs Crown. I feel like, or even a Keldeo. I feel like the potential just to break down a team and then win with Raichu late game, it is solid.
yeah.
You know?
Hmm. I think yeah, it plays
Ugh.
with like what do you call it? It plays where it basically forces trades, so you're just trading constantly back and forth mons.
Mhm.
And then it's got the best speed control late game with the Raichu Alola in the terrain, and it just sweeps you with that in the end. It's very nice in concept. Well, and in practice as well,
Mhm.
given the score it's gone so far.
I was gonna say, Bro's been doing very good with it. But yeah, like I said, I don't mind the Keldeo, the spec shenanigans alongside the crown. Um, I still keeps looking at this Juggler's like he's a waste of time. But I'll try not to be too harsh. He can also do spec shenanigans with the crown.
True. It
Like
might even be
there's a
able,
lot of
yeah.
there's a lot of breakers on the team, you know,
Hmm.
like solid amount of breakers and a decent amount of like setup as well. Like you got your CM Keldeo and CM Crown in like Double Dance Lando and just fat vibe Lando EQ and toxic bullshit shenanigans. You know, sub cosplaying as a Gliscor. Like there's a lot this team can do, which is why I'd say it's feels low for it to be 7th, but like or 6th. Sorry, I can't count 6th. But I think it just shows like how solid a lot of these teams are that are coming up.
Yeah.
But also, I do think the Blastoise definitely did not help the team.
yeah,
and
the loss of the
as I
Blastoise
say,
yeah.
this Jugulis and Chansey are definitely tanking the team. And the Decidueye, honestly. Like, don't get me wrong, it's a nice cheap ground resist with Defog. Bro's gonna pop off against that Great Tusk. But like, that's it, you know?
Yeah, literally. I think as well, like this team is here because every week it is on you to win the game. I think like you're gonna have to outplay your opponent to an extent, and if they have answers to some of your shit like the Raichu, it's not looking so good because you don't have answers to any of their shit. You know,
For sure.
kind of like every
I
week it's
think, like,
on you to win the game. Not you can't just like kind of sit
yeah.
back and just fucking see where it goes.
Yeah, literally. I think that's the nice thing about the team, though. It's like, because it has so many threats in like two very good banded boys in Lando and Cindy, and then three good specs mons. Like, I don't see you ever. I feel like it's a very much rock paper scissors game trying to prep into this team. Like even like you can't even get like a Blissey to wall all the special attackers because Keldeo was in here to fucking Sacred Sword you into Oblivion or Secret Sword. And like even with Raichu, right? Psyshock, Stab Psyshock, very nice for a Terramon.
Indeed.
So I think overall, the team's very hard to like team build into. However, I definitely feel it has its flaws, you know.
Yeah, 100%.
And also, I think it's hard to use, very hard to use. Like maintaining chip damage across the team is definitely a priority on the team, and I think the skill level for this team is very high because of
Yeah.
that. Like on paper, sure, just run your bandage specs, you smash, and then in comes Raichu Alola to win like arguably a very undeserved late game win, but like bro can just do that because he's fast as fuck.
He
Um,
zooms.
literally zooming, and arguably can be physical or special because his special's that low, unfortunately. But I still think special is the way to go because of rising
I
voltage
was gonna
and
say you got
just better
rising
moves
voltage.
overall. But like some bullshit could happen on the physical. I don't know really how, but like Terra Blast wise, you know, I don't see the electric or psychic stabs popping off that week. But it's an option, I guess. Um, yeah. Overall, team solid. Good job. Uh, Rip
How,
Blastoise. We
how
miss.
high could you have the game up with Blastoise on the game originally?
I think it was 4th.
That makes sense.
So it's not a massive bit drop from 4th to 6th. Like I said, I think we even had the argument when it was 4th. It's a very hard team to use.
Yeah, literally. Even
And
when it
like,
had the blast, it was still a hard team to use.
they literally, that's what I meant. Like when it was on
Mhm.
4th, it was because it was a hard team to use, and now it's still a hard team to use. However, I think it's
Even
struggling
harder.
a lot more into hazards and chip.
Yeah,
And
literally.
I think hazards and like chip damage is the thing that beats this team. Is chip damage and like fucking a bunch of fucking shitty protect mons to like upset the
Yeah.
breakers.
Chip damage and priority as well.
Um,
Priority is very nice into this team, I think. Because the
mhm.
Raichu's not
Oh,
fucking
100%.
claiming those priority moves.
No, 100%.
I think that team done really. Very fun
Yeah, I
team
was
to
gonna say.
use.
Okay. Oh, literally. I'm very jealous that I don't get to use the team.
Literally.
Though unironically, I don't think I'd ever draft said team
No,
because
neither.
it's not my playstyle, but it does look
Literally.
a lot of fun. I won't lie.
It's one of those teams where I'm like, yeah, give
Um,
me this shit for a week, and then like that'll be fun to build
hmm
with, and I'm like, when I'm fighting for my life every week, I'm like, maybe not, maybe not anymore, you know?
Yeah, yeah. Well, from all the bulky HOE stuff, we have arguably a stall team. Whether we say it as a stall team is another question. But I say it's more of a stall team because of the fact it has a Chomp and an H slash and a Weavile as its offensive mons. and Volk, but we don't talk about Volk nor Torn. You know, like, yeah, team interesting. Regen and Smash.
He did the thing. He copied my Pokemon. He did the taunty King. He thinks he's me.
Hey, he picked up his own Terra Gridley though.
True. Take really? Yeah, take really back at it again.
Take it back.
Take really
I
back.
don't want it. Take it back.
But yeah, solid team. I think. I don't know why the fuck we've got this Volcarona and I'm seeing it part of the Walker every week. Bit
Yeah, this Volcarona
interesting.
feels very ass, in my opinion. Might be controversial, but I feel like Weavard struggles to fit on the team. Like, I don't rate Chomp and Weavile on the same team personally.
I like it, but I
I
think
feel like
it's
they get
very
walled
high.
by very similar Pokemon.
I think it's very high skill cap. I think Weavile is a high skill cap mon.
Yeah, for sure. Like, it wants to run fucking boots most weeks because the defog options on this team are not ideal. Like, Torn's fine, don't get me wrong, but Torn wants to do other jobs, you know, especially on this team. Like, arguably, you want that option to be able to run Nasty Plot on that Torn most weeks. Like, Nasty Plot or knockoff spam kind of thing. And then Rotom Wash and Volk are there to pick up the defogging duties, and let's just say Volk is not a defogger.
No.
Just because it gets defogged does not mean it should ever click defog. And then Rotom Wash, alright defogger, but again, has move lot syndrome. He wants to be running Willow, he wants to be running Pain Split, he wants Volt, he wants Hydro. Very similar to Rotom from before. You know? The new Rotoms are not what the old Rotoms used to be. They struggle with the moves.
Literally. I mean, I don't think, like, ironic coming from me as a Fawn who runs a lot of fucking defog Torn, none of these Pokemon realistically want to be a defogger. Torn can,
literally.
Rotom Wash can, but you don't really want to. I mean, every team's got to have like some kind of fucking flaw. So like, it's fine.
That's
You can
removal.
run defog Torn,
Mm-hmm.
and you can find the slots every week. It's not as bad as Rotom, to be honest. I feel like Torn can more comfortably run defogger than Rotom can personally, because I don't think
100%.
Rotom wants to sack any
I'm
of his
more getting
moves.
at the jobs on the team is what
Yeah.
makes it rough with the Torn.
Torn wants to
'Cause,
break on
like-
this team a bit and taunt and shit
Yeah,
like
literally.
that. But that can't really happen because he's defogging. So then it's like, well, is my Chomp, is he hazard stacking? Is he setting up? Because this Torn's not setting up and breaking. Weavile's
I'd
gonna
also
be
like to point out. We'll go.
Weavile's just gonna be fucking like SD knock ice shard triple axle every week.
Yeah, literally. Like, bro's never coming banded.
If
he's coming banded, like, something's gone wrong, I feel.
I feel like it doesn't have to have, but it just doesn't feel the best on this team, I feel like.
No. Like, I think if it's running banded, it's because, like, they have a fast mon that you need to, like, revenge kill easily with Weavile.
Yeah, literally.
But yeah, that comes on to something that we kind of disagree on. But I very much like the Age Slash that bro picked up. I think Torn and Glowking with Age Slash is very nice. Because they bring in their big mean wall to wall you, and then you just bring in the specs, banded Age Slash, and send something into Oblivion. Though, and like, Age Slash has that thing where, like, you have your Blissey, you have your mean normal type, and he just CCs them. And on this team with the Glow King and Torn, I feel you can get away with that a lot more than most teams. You know, you Shadow Ball. They went to their normal type. Oh well, I can go Glow King or Torn. Who cares? You know, the team's got so much momentum in the regen boys that, like, Age Slash being a massive momentum sink is okay. But then we come into, like, arguably another flaw of the team is everything feels like a momentum sink. You know?
Yes.
Volk to an extent, because
everything that isn't
I
a
know
wall
Bro seems obsessed.
is a momentum
Bro
sink.
seems obsessed with Roost. Yeah. Bro thinks the Roost thing popping off on Volk with U-turn. I personally think Bulk should just be quiver dancing up. That should be his job. And if he's quiver dancing up, he's not U-turning, so there goes some more momentum, you know? Again, Craig
Indeed.
Dilly, he comes in, he's the, what you call it, the typical terror solution to everything, you know? The ever mean wall, fucking offensive one that you can't wall with your normal types. So in comes Terra Craig Dilly to save the day. Again, it's alright, but it feels a bit rough, I feel. You know?
100%, yeah.
I feel this team very leans towards stall with Chomp, Weavile, and Aegislash trying to
I
do
yeah, I
something.
agree. I feel like this is semi-stall personally. Like
100%, yeah.
realistically, you're bringing 2 offensive ones and 4 walls most weeks, if not one offensive one and like. I mean, the chomp can be either or an offensive one or a wall, but I feel like a lot of the time it leans more towards a wall. I mean, maybe some weeks you're more
Yeah.
balanced, but generally, I feel like the team plays as if it's semi-stall. Most of the damage is
I'd
done
argue the hazard stacking
through
on the
the
Chomp
walls.
is what helps the lack of defog on this team. Like, not lack of, but like the good defog on this team is kind of saved from Chomp beyond hazard stack, you
I
know?
100% agree. If you run boots
Hence,
Torn and you run
get
boots,
taking away more from the Fizz def, you know?
yeah, if
Not
you're
Fizz def, offense for this team.
like I said, if you're on boots Torn, Glow King, boots Volk, and you run Rotom Wash as the knock absorber, has a stack with Chomp, and then like boots on Weavile as well. You've got like this core where you can just hazard stack away, knock shit off of Torn and Weavile, tank knocks with Rotom because it's a levitate mon, so it doesn't care. Like slowly pivot away and knock shit off and just fucking whistle down the team like that.
Literally. Even Aegislash, you can run the dog shit set that terrorized UU like a few years back. The fucking toxic stall
Yeah,
shenanigans.
toxic fucking King Shield.
Mm-hmm. Like, team is very stally,
Hmm.
and I think that's okay. You know, back in Gen 5, Gen 6, you saw plenty of fucking stall with a Weavile slapped on to revenge kill and kind of just vibe and be the end game cleaner, you know?
Yeah, literally. Although those ran pursuit, but
Yeah, they ran pursuit and it was also not power crept as hard, but we moved from that.
But I do like about this team is like it's got this kind of stally, semi-stall thing, but it's also got good revenge killing and sneak and what do you call it, ice shard. So like you're not too worried about offensive mons on the enemy team getting too out of control.
Mm-hmm. I would argue one thing it's missing in my eyes is a solid Fizdef wall.
I agree.
Like, I see this Glow King coming in on 100 HP and can tank pretty much any hit from a special attacker and cripple it. I don't see many physical attack like physical walls doing that on this team. Like, I'd say Chomp's probably the best Fizdef wall here,
Yeah.
and that's without recovery. So that's a little rough. I feel like Torn then kind of gets forced into these defensive roles, and then there goes your speed control outside of Weavile. I think it's very rough,
Yeah. I've
personally.
I've run many teams similar, and you're kind of forced to just wall shit based on time matchups, not on like because like on some teams you can have like I don't know, say fucking Lando T for example. You see a fire type, fuck it, I'll fucking wall it with my Lando T. You know, he doesn't
Hmm.
care. But you're not walling shit with a Rotom Wash or a Taunt T without type matchup
Yeah,
on the physical side at the very least. Same with Chomp to a certain extent. Chomp can somewhat wall stuff without a type matchup, but like you said, it's no fucking um, no recovery. So you have to be careful.
yeah.
It's where Lord Crayjelly comes in and solves all the problems. Ease clap.
Just terror into the mean guys, resisted type and vibe.
Exactly.
So you know, if you single, in comes Terra Crate Dilly Fairy, baby.
Literally. Bada bing, bada
Yeah.
boom. Credibility
Overall,
saves
solid
all.
team though.
No,
Like
100%. I, you know,
semi stall with Chomp as an option, Weavile as an option, Age Slash as an option. Volk as an option and Torn as an option offensively is nice. It's
Mhm.
just as you look more and more into it, you realize how many of these mons are stuck into a defensive role. However, that doesn't mean like you have to, you know. That's just conventional. Like if you want to build conventional like balance with this team, you can't. You're gonna go into stall. But like doesn't mean you can't run like some weird ass HO team with Glow King and Torn praying like to wall the world, you know, whilst you set up and smash.
Literally. I mean, Glow King, like, if you run max special attack AV Glow King, like, it's a pretty good bulky offense tool.
Mm-hmm.
Same with Torn. Like, it can be more offensive, this team, but at least in the
Yeah,
games I've
literally.
watched, it's more often than not fell into semi-stall with a Weavile,
Yeah, 100%.
which is fine.
Which is fine. I think like
I think it can definitely do that.
personally, I would rate semi-stall over bulky offense. Like semi-stall, you're at least like gonna win more often
Yeah, literally.
because you have answers for your opponent's mons and you just kind of vibe and slowly beat them. It might not be riveting gameplay, but it's a win. Smart.
It's my kind of gameplay.
Um, literally, shit's amazing when it takes 100 turns and it's a nice little cycle going back and forth, and it's best shit. Just
Exactly.
some people don't understand it sadly,
Hmm.
but I do think the physical wall bulk because it has flame body is get it out, get it gone, burn it with fire.
Yes, please, please burn it with fire. 85, 65. Stop it, bro. Just stop it.
Yeah. Just because bro can resist a U-turn and fighting move does not mean
He should come
he
in
should come
too
in on
for
said
U-turn.
moves.
Literally.
Like being nitpicky personally, if the Weavile could go for a better mon, I understand it was picked up later on and was one of the best options, and for that, very nice, you know. As a shit, I've built pure stall. I think the Age Slash and Weavile were very nice additions to at least give this team a bit more life to it.
Had a Hooper and Bound originally.
This Volk still feels very weird, in my opinion. But other than that, honestly, I rate the rest of the team. I'm not that keen on Rotom Wash personally. I think Bro slowly gets chipped down, but like Pain Split big, I guess. As long as he's not running forced to run fucking Defog that week.
Yeah, I like Rotom Wash. I don't like Defog Rotom Wash. Like, bro, if he's given, like, the fucking free reign to do whatever he wants.
Yeah. I think, like I said, this team, solid team. But I think once you see like one set on a Pokemon, you can kind of just figure out the rest of the team.
Facts, literally, literally. You've
Unironically,
seen
like
the you've
you
seen
see
the
this
Fizzdeath Vulcan, you know it's a semi-stall this week.
that, yeah, but also like it's just stuff like this Torn and this Rotom, you know? Like as soon as you
Yeah.
see what one of them does, you know kind of what's happening with the rest of the team. And then all it takes is you kind of outplaying Zeus because you can know his team and then it's a free win. But like that's when it comes to Zeus to kind of realize how readable his team is and then play around that, you know?
That's why you run the
I
mixed
think
chomp and then you drop
unironically,
some Dracos.
facts, and you
No
Fire
one's
Blast
predicting that shit.
dwarves for 40%. I will never understand Fire Blast Chomp. Like, unless it's a Skarmory, Celestine on Corv, don't give a shit, bro. Especially Corv when, like, he has pressure. But, on a lighter note, I think it's a very easy team to pilot, which is nice. But I also think it's a very hard team to master. Because, like, that thing about reading, you know? Like, team's easy to use because it's got all the tools and, like, it fits in nice and easy, semi-stall. But then, like, your opponent not kicking your ass because they can read your shit is the hard part, you know? Easy to build, hard to play, I think, is the
I
way
agree,
I'd
I
put it.
agree. No, you're not even that
Like, it's
hard to
very
play.
easy to
It's
build this
just
team.
like I feel like the difficulty of playing this team levels up with your opponent. If your opponent is shit,
Yeah, yeah,
piss.
yeah.
If your opponent's good, it gets harder to play. But I don't think that's
Yeah.
necessarily a bad thing. It's just, how the team is.
Oh, 100%. There's nothing wrong with that. I think that's just a general thing with stall and semi-stall, you know?
Yeah, literally.
Like, against good players, stall doesn't work because it's very one-dimensional.
We bring
But,
one of
like,
one of Drum's 7 taunt mons and they pop off.
yeah, literally. But yeah, I'm happy to move on unless anyone else has got any comments.
No, I do think like a lot of the teams compared to the other days, I look at the teams, I'm like, yeah, I'd like to use that. I wouldn't mind. And same with
That's
this
what I
team.
mean. Like, just
I would like
just
to
look at our
use this
bottom
team.
team. Our bottom team in Scarlet, I would say, would easily rank mid Violet and mid to high Indigo
Literally.
because they just, like I said, they have that structure to them.
Hmm.
You can tell the draft experience is there because they've, or like not even draft experience, but like they want to win. You know,
They got a
the
plan.
draft experience is there, and like they got plans to win, not plans to. I want to use my playthrough mons.
Literally.
But yeah. Anyway, moving on to yours truly, up at fifth. Yeah, fifth. Yeah, I was right with the numbers. What the fuck? So yeah, Zeus is in the top half. So I think it just shows that like the fact his semi-stall, which is Solly's semi-stall, is in the top six. Like at the bottom of the top six, sorry. Is like, just shows how good some of the teams coming up are. Not sure about my own. I do not like it, but I'll let you analyze it, friend.
I do like Bundle Sneasler Semi-Stall. It's a shame we added the Latias, so I can no longer call it that.
Yeah,
But
chaos popping off.
yeah. It's got like typical wall core. Like probably the opposite weaknesses to the other teams we've mentioned so far. It is a bit susceptible to like drum gameplay of taunt sub.
For sure. Only if it was a Lola Mola over the slow bro, and I could just freely flip turn forever. But
Indeed.
here we are.
Sandcastle being your ground type is a bit rough.
Very rough. Agreed. I think the Gligar was better, but I think the Latios is better, if that makes sense.
No, 100%. It's worth the sacrifice to get in the Lati. I get what you're saying.
Literally.
I think it's a bit rough. You said yourself that you prefer the slow king and having the core of the slow bro and having to go blissy
Yeah,
is a bit rough. I like the Asperquin,
indeed.
like just like Zeus's Cradilly, patchy job whenever you need it.
And it gets the mightiest of U-turns.
Yes,
U-turns and hazards, which is always nice for your
very
budget
nice.
terrors.
Exactly. Well, very nice for this team in general, really, considering other than it, other than Rocks on Sandcastle and Blissey, there were no, well, and T-Spikes on Sneasler, there were no hazards. But no atypical
Oh,
hazard
100%.
setter. Blissey's not really a typical hazard setter, in my opinion. He prefers to have his move slots open if it can.
I think Bro balances between T-Wave and Rocks a lot of the time. But like I do
Yeah.
agree, it's a little rough. It's why low key I like the Sandcastle. I think he's still shit. And every time I look at him, I'm like, what are you doing on my team? But it is nice he gives the Rocks option at least.
It's nice to have Corv with other defoggers for once as well, to be fair. Like, Corv can do shit outside of defog. He can do high def sets, which is decent.
He's got the
Also,
bulk up
yeah.
berry set.
Power trip shit as
Fucking
well.
yeah, back in Galar decks, popping off at the power trip bulk up. Fucking Dynamax Corvs, beautiful.
Literally. Yeah, pretty solid overall. Just a few minor defensive. Honestly, it's the most of the mons are defensive, but the most of the weaknesses come from there, in my opinion. Because although it's only 4 mons committed offensively, they are like the cream of the crop. You don't get much better than Bundle Lati and Nine Hands. There's a Sneasler in there as well, but he seems to be getting walled. I wouldn't say he's the cream of the crop. He's just fell.
No,
He's
but
fell.
He's
Fell a
meant to be the
cropper.
cream of the crop. Look, all I'm saying is, if everyone would let me ban Diaclaw on him, we could have him in like 15 points where he belongs. But like, until then, he's gonna be overpriced as fuck.
No, never happening. I mean, I think most people
And
like him
no.
for the seed set and Venobi seeds. The seeds are gone.
No, there was many snipes sadly in the draft, and no Rillaboom. John, you wouldn't know anyone for Rillaboom, would you?
No. But I
No?
have heard
Why not?
Capability.
It is tempting. I have no fairy type, you know.
I think
It'd
there's
be
a Lele
huge.
around as well. Like you never know. Don't have a fairy
Bro,
type,
this
like you
this
said.
I was tempted. If I didn't have two psychic types already,
Yeah.
Lele arrives. But yeah, I think team can pop off. I think when team doesn't face all the Sneasel answers, so Sneasel actually gets to do something, it pops off. I think when it doesn't, it's a little rough when relying on bundle and O's. But yeah, I think the main things I like about the team is speed control, hazard control, and just in general the fatness of the walls. Though like they have their weaknesses, known as taunt or like mixed attackers. Outside core, I'd say, the mixed attackers part. Um, they're quite nice, you know.
Yeah.
Slowbro and Blissey always feel very one-dimensional, but is what it is.
I'd like to say, compared to the trains team we saw earlier, which I said is a team that has to go out its way to win, I'd say this is the opposite team, which is this is a come and beat me team. Fucking try it. Like, I feel like it's one of those where like if the opponent doesn't go ahead and reach like a certain level of gameplay or like do enough, it's just gonna lose on default. Because like if not, if you don't whip out certain sets to beat the Blissey or the slow bro Corv, then like they're just gonna get their momentum and fuck off into the offensive mode. So eventually they're gonna crack the enemy team. So it's kind of like,
Say Ose and Bundle are very good at just
mhm.
cracking teams.
So I feel like it's on the opposition to break this team because it's gonna break yours eventually, given enough momentum and enough time. Would you agree?
Nah, 100%. One thing though I do not like about the team is the lack of a knockoff. I think that is very, very
that's
oof.
that's a big lack
You
of
know?
knockoff. Yeah, I
Yeah.
don't think I've ever seen a team with quite literally zero.
Yeah. It had some knockoff I think before, but it disappeared. I don't know why Hands doesn't get knockoff. Like, have you seen how fat his hands are?
I know.
You're telling me if he come for your apple, you're not dropping that apple?
Well, you see, maybe it's like you gotta have like a bit of finesse. Bro, have finesse. You gotta knock it out their hands.
Or doesn't need finesse. He just hits them, breaks their back, and then they drop the apple.
Nah, they're on the floor, but they're still holding the apple. You know? The apple, like,
You
he's
see,
gone
they
to
got that
hit their
death grip.
hand, and he's hit their entire back.
Nah, true. I don't know why Sneasel doesn't get knockoff, but maybe he'll get that one day, and he might be good again.
True. He probably would be good with knockoff.
Indeed.
But instead, you can go throat chopping all the haters.
One
Chop,
Night Slash.
chippity chop.
Night Slash pray for a crit.
Yeah, a bit menacing.
Budget Wicked Blow.
Push it,
I'm
wicked
gonna
blow.
I'm gonna run my I'm gonna run a focus slash a focus energy fucking Snoozle now.
That's real budget.
Just you watch.
That's pound line wicked blow. That ain't no budget. The budget was blown. Spent it all on the Latty and the bundle, and then the in-game sneezed with budget wicked blow.
Literally.
Uh, anything the wise one will interject.
No. Although you do have a goat,
You do have a
Literally,
go.
and he's
which
highlighted
is
as well.
amazing.
Exactly. The goest
Doesn't
of
that also
goats.
get grassy terrain benefits as well?
Yeah, it does. Yeah, it has a grassy
Yeah.
pelt.
You
Yeah.
really should get a capability.
Fuck it, I'll get rid of this Latty.
Yeah, big.
Now the dream would be getting rid of his hands for a Rillaboom, and then Go-Goat can just fuck off. But that is never happening, sadly. And instead, the team will live in its awkward. Like it has breaking power, but not enough breaking power. You know, and its balls are solid, but not quite solid enough. You know,
I love that slow
it
bro
feels like it
staring
has that.
into my soul, just knowing how much you wish he was a slow king.
Yep.
He's my hero.
Sadly, all the water types go quick these days.
Fucking do. Fucking do. So do all the defoggers. They go quick as well.
Mm-hmm.
Even in a
Sign of a good
12-person
draft, though,
draft.
you know.
True. True.
Anyway, moving on to our fourth overall team. We're in the top four now. We have James with the Necros Maniacs. Would you care to start?
Yeah, I like this team. Big fan.
Mm-hmm.
Big fan.
I think Chi-Yu, Raging Bolt, and Ogerpon Wellspring is spooky, and then a Megaloopony got
Megalope
slapped
for
on top of
speed
it, and it
control.
was even more scary.
Literally, I think very hot.
Mm-hmm. I think one thing we talk about speed control, no viable Scarfers outside Chi-Yu.
Indeed.
Little rough.
And quite a gap between 110 and Low Pony's high speed tier of like 136, I think.
35, yeah.
Yeah, 35.
He wishes he was 136,
Yeah,
could
he
outspeed a
wishes.
bundle
He was
run.
gonna say he wish he had that bundle speed too.
Or the Chiampel,
Yeah.
though we don't see that, thankfully.
No, thankfully that's been locked away. But the breaking power between the Chi-Yu, the Bolt, and the fucking Wellspring is otherworldly.
Mm-hmm. I think the braking power and like the bulkiness of Raging Bolt really adds to it. But like the braking power of Chi-Yu, Raging Bolt, and Ogerpon, with then Mega Lopunny, who I'd argue is one of the best. He's up there with Mega Diancie, you know, is that
Sweeper.
I come in
Yeah,
late
yeah,
and just
cleaner.
smash.
Mm-hmm.
I think a lot of people fall into the fake out quick attack bullshit with Bro, which honestly is a great option, you know? If you're worried about setup, it is a very good anti setup one.
Yeah.
I don't rate it like that often. I think Bro should just sit in the back, wait for the Rocky Helmets to be killed, and then pop off.
Yeah.
Um, but yeah, other than that, I think has a very solid point on the team. You know,
Yeah.
Fortress is solid with Gliscor. I really like Gliscor Fortress. Like hazards galore with spin.
Literally.
um, Pex for once, Pex feels nice on a team because he's surrounded by solid pivots. You know, when like arguably your only mon not pivoting is your Chi-Yu, and I think maybe Hatterene. I think it gets Bound Pass.
It gets bound pass.
Um, yeah. Like Chi-Yu and Pex being your only non-pivoters is nice.
Yeah.
You know.
I just wish we had more defensive pivoting options, because Hat
Mm.
Bat and Pass ain't real, to be honest. It's just not.
Gliscor, I think. Gliscor and Fortress both have the similar problem of they can momentum, but they don't really like it. Especially as Fortress often wants to Volt Switch, and if they have a ground type to spin, that's just the freest
Yeah, I was gonna say.
ground type coming in.
Come
You
in
know,
as the ground type and spin on my fortress.
literally. Like, I think Bro gets body press now,
It does.
so
It
like
does.
that's nice for treads and drill at least. But like most of the time, one of the elephants is coming in and just spinning on Bro, and then he's sad.
Hmm.
Um,
Or even just like a
Gliscor
liability
nice,
defog.
but yeah, Gliscor has a similar problem with the Fortress in the sense of like with the quad weaknesses. If they bring in a mon with said move, or even like just have coverage of said move, I feel like they really struggle confidently using their momentum
Yeah, actually.
because, especially with a fucking Gliscor, because he relies on end of turn healing. You know that toxic is what keeps him alive.
Hmm.
And sure, you can run Roost, but then you're running Roost U-turn spikes question
Yeah.
mark,
You'd rather just be
and
running
then
knock spikes on him as well than like and just not
mm-hmm,
running U-turn. Like
literally like
I feel like
U-turn can be put on him, but he doesn't like
hmm
it.
like when I run Gliscor, I prefer to just run rock spikes like EQ and like toxic or protect or whatever,
Mm-hmm.
and then get my momentum from other places. Unfortunately, this
Yeah,
team
for sure.
doesn't have that luxury. This Gliscor is going to provide the defensive momentum, and it feels a bit rough. To be honest, it's not really what I think Gliscor is worth 16 or whatever points he is for. It's realistically knockoff SD sets a mix of everything. And when in reality,
Guy
I think
Score is similar to Lando T, where like godly typing, which allows him to become a defensive wall because of said godly typing. However, like he has so many options outside just being defensive U-turn boy,
hmm
you know, and then locking him into that position, just like locking Lando into defog fodder every week. It just feels very rough.
yeah, it's all right. It's not the end of the world, and it can
Oh,
definitely do a
literally, you got a
job.
fucking Chi U there. Like, who cares that
Yeah,
you can't fucking
and I feel
SD
like if we had a
smash?
bit better momentum around this high score, it would feel a lot
Mm.
better. Because, like, if in my opinion, if you can get good momentum, like let's say, I feel like we did say the PEX was good, but I kind of wish it was something to provide momentum. Same with
Nah,
the
that's 100% valid.
same with the fucking what's its face, the hat. I don't really
Pokemon?
think it's
Oh,
ideal.
the hat.
I mean, I
Yeah,
also
I
think.
think personally, you make this hat a Florges.
hmm
You have a solid Spadeffel alongside your two very good Fizdeffels.
Yeah.
You have another defogger. So if you're not hazard stacking that week, and you want to run like U-turn knock, EQ roost guy score, you can. You know, opens up a move slot on guy score to allow him to U-turn. Uh, Fortress, um, forgot my train of thought, but like it's nice switching to most moves that are being mean to Fortress in the sense of like the fighting moves or the fire moves.
Yeah.
As in, like, I know he's not weak to fighting, but like often like
Yeah. The aura
fighting
sphere.
is a neutral move into bro.
Yeah,
Yeah,
literally.
literally. Or even the CCs. Like though I'd argue fucking Gliscor comes in better on those.
I was gonna say, Glasgow and
But I
the
think
PEX
Forge
go eat
is
those
just
CCs.
yeah, 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 100%. But I think Forge just adds something to the team,
No,
which is nice.
I feel like Florges is one of those ones that can actually press Baton Pass, whereas
hmm
Hat ain't.
Bro comes in, takes like 10% from a fucking resisted special move, like
hmm
a Dark Pulse, and then can just freely fuck off.
Literally, Florges got that bulk,
hmm
where just fucking
Hat doesn't.
Hat doesn't have that bulk, and it wants to pain spit a lot of the
And it,
time.
mhm. It also helps that Floor just has both Wish and Synthesis.
Literally,
So, like, on the turns bro needs to heal, he can heal.
yeah. Not relying on fucking pain split.
Or Draining Kiss max HP mon.
Yeah.
My poor hands. Surely use like a health potion, as Finn
I
pointed
love
out.
that. That's great.
Bro, when it fucking Draining Kiss, I was like, oh no. Oh
When it
no.
hit your sub and got all the HP back. Like,
hmm
yeah.
I assumed bro would be fucking Pain Split, and then it was the sub Draining Kiss. I was like, oh. I just gave him all that health back. Shit.
Is this a Terra
But yeah,
Cipher or not? I forget.
it is a Terra Cipher. I think very nice personally.
I think very nice as well.
Like thing with Terra fighting, or basically
Literally.
a budget low pony,
Or even just
which in
Terra
hindsight
normal
not
if you
the
want to run
best.
some quick
But
attack set.
hmm I do think a defensive Terra like the Belly Bolts and the Articunos or the Ordino would have fit the team way better
Yeah, I don't think this team
than
needed
the
more
Terra. I
offense.
think Terra Cipher is one of the better Terras. Don't get me wrong.
Same.
Like you said, Terra Normal SD for example with quick attack shenanigans, goated. But I think for the team it's on does not need. You've got the Oakapon, you've got the Lopunny, and you got the Chiyu and the Raging Bolt. They're doing the breaking. Cypher does not need to do any breaking. Like realistically, I
Yeah.
just never see when this Cypher ever comes.
No,
You know?
neither. Like you were saying, we do not need more offense potential when we have a Chi-Yu, fucking Ogapom, Raging Bolt, and Omega Lopunny. You just don't need any more.
Mm-hmm.
Like, just leave it at that and then go build
Literally,
your solid core.
pretty much.
But I do truly think this team was like one or two changes. Mainly the hat for the Forge would be awesome from being like
Mm-hmm.
insane, like one of the better teams I've
And
seen.
it sounds controversial, but I think Pex for like bulky water with Verb Turn slash teleport would have been also goated.
Yeah.
Just because helps the team a lot more. I don't like I said I like Pex on his team, and I think like isolated Pex really does well on this team compared to like most teams we've seen it on. But it's then forcing Gliscor and these other ones into these more like set roles. You know?
Hmm. Maybe should strike up a deal for that slow bro. What'd you say?
I said you're funny.
Tee.
But yeah, I definitely think Fortress over Hat, very nice. Like I don't mind the Magic Bounce idea the team's got going for it with the hat. But like I go to set up my rocks and they've got a mean hat, so EQ. Oh, the hat's just taken 60 from my EQ. You know?
Yeah. I think there's also just better teams to kind of do it on, personally. I don't think this team's main
100%.
ambition is to fucking, what do you call it, fat vibe and hazard stack. I feel like this team wants to
Literally.
smash with all
This
its
team just
good
wants to,
offensive mons.
yeah, it wants to keep hazards off the fucking field because Ogapon and Chi do not like hazards and just smash.
Hmm.
Even Gliscor arguably doesn't like hazards. I think he doesn't care that much, but I still think the rock chip can be annoying over time, you know?
Yeah.
Especially if you're running the protect set with relying on toxic and protect to get the healing. I think the rocks definitely comes into play quite a bit.
Yeah, same.
Like I'd argue this team does not appreciate hazards one little bit. And therefore, knowing that, coming against this team, if I have a hazard stacking option, if I have like a Tinglu, bro, like I'm setting with those hazards, and if that fucking hat comes in, I'm just gonna try and kill it. And if it leaves, I'm just gonna try and set the hazards again, and I'm just gonna try and outplay the turns with the hat, you know.
Literally.
And I think it's just such a it works. It can work, yeah, sure. But like, I feel you're just making it so much harder for yourself by having a hat over the Fortress. You know?
Yeah, yeah.
Like I do like hat's potential to like pop off with a trick room, like a self trick room set and do a bit of smashing. Like bro's special attack is nothing to scoff at. Like it's spooky. And unlike Florges, like bro doesn't invite the steel types in. But like that being Forge's biggest weakness, the steel types, look at the team. Like, guy scored
We
Chi
are.
and Mega Lopunny. Bro, this team is designed to deal with steel types.
Two
You
walls of
know?
resist as
If you ever
well.
want to, literally, if you ever want a team where, like, you play around clicking Synthesis and then going into your Fortress on an Iron Head or your Gliscor and then switching out, or just being like, oh, I didn't take that much, I'm going to bat and pass. Oh, they went to their steel type. Oh, freest spec Chi of my life.
Hmm.
You know? Like, this team thrives on forcing that steel type in against the Florges.
Yeah,
You
literally.
know? Bro thought it was my weakness. Nah, I'm here to smash your steel type. I
Also,
thought you like it's in like Florges' big problem, you know, is like he comes in and he defaults where he heals or he baton passes and like steel type comes and shits on his day and you ruin some momentum. But like this team flips that script because steel type comes in to ruin your day and you go nuh and then bam, the steel type's actually fucking screwed over your opponent more than it screwed over you.
literally.
But yeah.
Also, like, this team really lacks a split F wall. Pex can,
Mm-hmm.
but not really its main job. It
Literally.
doesn't want to be
Hat
forced into it.
it's like holding on with its 57 HP.
Yeah, literally. That's not really anything wall. It's like it can come into hazard setters if they haven't got an item to boost up at their moves.
Mm-hmm. Like I said, I don't mind Hat on the team. I just think it makes the team unnecessarily harder to use.
Yeah, and I think it points enemy teams in a clear direction of where to go. Just go break with a special attacker. Whereas if you see a
Yeah,
Florges there,
literally.
you're not like, oh, let me spam Shadow Ball. You're like, oh shit.
Yeah.
Fuck,
Like
what
my
do I
game
do?
against Bro, I realized from straight away that like specs bundle has like the freest game of his life.
Hmm.
You know, and like, but bundle is not a mon that like you look at a thing and you go, oh, he's got a 6-0. You go, oh, they've got a really annoying fucking special that's gonna annoy my bundle. I need to find a way of breaking that special, and then my bundle can win. And like this team doesn't have that. It just has, oh, cool. I just kind of win.
Yeah,
You
literally.
know. But yeah, for sure. Like I said, Ogerpon, Wellspring, and Pegs can work as special wolves.
I was gonna say, where was the AV Pex,
But
man? Where was the AV Pex?
so true.
Knockoff infestation. Moving different.
All I say, Halloween popped off, you know. But yeah, the hat, man. It's hard not to fixate on bro, but like the team is so good without it.
Yeah.
Like I said, the hat and like I said, the cipher, both by themselves, decent mons, decent pigs. On this team, I think it just hinders it slightly.
Same.
Like it's so close to an S tier team. Like, you know, it's like riding between that like low A at the moment. But like, bro, just the Florges and then like a decent Terramon that can defensive pivot shenanigans and like kind of gives your Gliscor some breathing room.
Hmm.
Bro,
And one extra
team
defogger.
gnarly. Literally. Like I said, Florges already defog, so that's fine. I think trying to find a Terramon that can defog and pivot.
Oh, I thought you talked about the
And
Florges. Yeah.
yeah. No, that's what I mean. Florges, yeah, literally. It's defog so it can take it away from the Gliscor. It can baton pass, which takes it away from the Gliscor. Like, the Florges opens up Gliscor so much, which then in turn opens up the rest of the team because Pex is then a lot freer, so forth. And then again, Cypher turns into a little Fizz Death Wall with like a U-turn in there. Even though not even necessarily U-turn, just it has to be like a fat boy that can like vibe, you know,
Yeah,
and
sure.
take away one of the jobs from one of the other team. But yeah,
Cradilly 2.0.
low key, yeah. Bring your Cradilly with rocks and then like Fortress with spikes, and then bam, you've opened up Gliscor once again.
Literally.
Like no longer does Gliscor feel like an awkward, like fucking shackled Pokemon. It's free to do Gliscor shenanigans.
Free to live its life. Get big
Literally.
with my Gliscor. But I think that's everything I've got really.
I was gonna say, did you know, by the way, one gust of wind can send a Gliscor like thousands of kilometers away? Just an interesting fact for you.
No.
I don't know why that just popped in my head, but like you said, get big Gliscor, and I was like, fly, my boy, fly. And then I remembered how fucking well bro flies according to the Pokédex. But yeah, moving on swiftly. I'm assuming Drum hasn't got anything to say.
No, that's the sort of bullshit of writing pickums. That was
Yeah,
too
you're
much.
welcome. You're welcome. Next week, Pickums, you're gonna see it. You're gonna see it next week, Pickums.
Surely that shit's a
I
glide,
do
then,
think.
not a fly. Just saying.
Yeah, it is. He glides. Yeah, he just glides like
It's,
that far. He can't, like I say, he can't fly, but like he can glide miles on a
just
single
a
gust of
small
wind.
gust, yeah.
Which is surprising. Bro is that defensive. If like
If he just
if he can glide
yeah,
that far, bro has to be made out of paper. So the fact that like bro has 125 defense, he the goat.
he just strong paper in it.
But yeah. Anyway, from one James to another question mark.
Hype.
Is Beyond and his beautiful team. Do you wanna tell me your
No,
plan, your
I'll
mindset?
I'll
No?
leave it to you as you left yours to me.
Understandable. Drum, go.
This team has got Pokemon on it. Some of them
Yes.
quite good. Um,
Some of them
yes.
are a bit lost. But yeah. I very much like the team. I think it got a lot better with Tinglu. Like a lot better. Tread Skarmory, I think bro was salvaging to say the least. Also, I just saw bro fucking Skarmory's HP at 65. I always thought it was 75. Holy shit.
No, it's 65. Poor
Oh, he's
poor
so
bird.
ass. Yeah. The fact that he can't survive two banded CCs from a Sneasler says it all, in my opinion. But moving on quickly. I think team got a lot better with this Tinglu. Um, I always criticized the Kirim personally. If I remember correctly, you went single strike, slow king into no, yeah. It was a single
No,
strike slow king into Kirim, right?
single strike,
Or was just
treads, slow
oh, it was
king.
Tread. Yes, my bad. Tread, slow king, and then Kirim.
Kieran wasn't that early, from what I
Not.
remember.
I thought he was pretty high up. No. Oh well. Um, fuck. I got yeah. He was fourth, and then it was Clef, Deoxys Speed, Roman Fan, Mega Arrow, and Wigglytuff. Personally, not a fan of Kirim on said team. Like Treads is your spinner, means that bro's locked the boots, and then I don't see the vision with single strike Kirim personally. But I do, however, see the vision of single strike and Zam. Beautiful combo. Um, the shenanigans those two can pull off should be very hype, especially with Slow King's future sights with Zam as well. Not with Zam, with single strike is very nice. Um, and that's where Kieran comes in. Like he does have that extra breaking power that I think the team definitely needed, and therefore he found himself on the team in the end.
He found the way.
Um, bro's making Clef look good again. Like I'm seeing this Clef, and it's acting like he's in Gen 6 again.
Let's
Not
go.
Gen 6, Gen 7.
It's returned.
And I'm like, yo, pop off, Clef. So, tops off to you for making Clef work. Smart.
Thank you.
But yeah, I think team's very weird in the sense of you have two very good walls in Tinglu and Slow King. You've then got two very good offensive mons in Single Strike and Zam. You've then got a good breaker, I wouldn't say a best breaker, but a pretty good breaker in Kiram and like set up shenanigans with Kiram. You then got two OG walls, let's just put it politely, in Clef and Scarm. And then Terror Raichu is alright, and then you got to spend 1 point somewhere, so here comes the crocodile. And like
Here
he has
comes the-
unaware shenanigans he can do sometimes.
Yeah,
So he's got that going for him.
Bro is also terror,
He,
you know.
yeah, literally. Bro's beating up an Ogerpon one day.
Exactly, one day.
But yeah, like I said, I like the team. I think it's got somewhat good momentum. I think it's got less than it had before with Treads. But I think Tinglu just nicer. And yeah, solid team. Do you want to pop off for a bit?
Sure. I do get what you're saying about the Kirim, and I have considered changing it. But I feel like Kirim can actually surprisingly offer some defensive utility some weeks as well. His stats are kind of insane.
Oh, for sure.
And he
And Bro
kind of
gets
just
loose.
lets me do whatever I need him with another Pokemon. Like, if I want to go toxic some random shit, I can go toxic some random shit with the Kyurem. Which for some people might be a waste of a Kyurem, but toxic a pretty good move. I'm a big fan. And Kyurem is pretty good at
Nah,
forcing switches.
yeah.
Theoretically, I think is one of the scariest Pokemon in the league, in any league to prep for. Specs, DD, whatever. I'm always scared of metronome sets on Kyurem because I think he runs it very
sub-toxic.
well. Yeah, literally.
Like I think the main thing that worries me about the team is Skarm is your only defogger, meaning that this Kirim is kind of locked. It feels very much like the Gliscor from last team.
Yeah.
Bro can do a lot of things, but I think in practice, Bro's going to be very samey.
I get what you mean. I feel like
And
it can run specs some weeks if I want it to, because I feel personally Defog Scarm is better than Defog Gliscor. Scarm
100%.
bullies most of the rock setters. Most. When the special rock setters can't turn up, he's a bit sad. So like, if I do want to, although it kind of feels rough running Defog and Tinglu, but it's not the end of the world. Tinglu's just a fat shit, whether he's just sending out spikes or not.
I think the team kind of thrives in boot spam anyway with Tinglu.
Yeah, it does, to an extent. Zam's got Magic Guard for the first switch in anyway, so it doesn't have to take any damage until the second. And Zam's also kind of one of those Pokemon where like if you win on the first time it switches in or it dies. So
pretty much. I'm gonna be a bit harsh because I'm nice like that. One other thing I'm a bit worried about. Actually, I'll compliment Sam with you. I'm nice like that. Yeah, yeah.
beautiful.
So I like how 3 of your like offensive ones, well, not 3, like 3 of your main core in Urshifu, Tinglu, and Kirim are weak to fighting. But then the other 3 of your core in Zam, Slowking, and Clef all resist fighting. That's goated. Shame it doesn't do that with Fairy though. And I think when Scarm is your only Fairy resist, when nearly every Fairy in the fucking sun now gets Mystic Fire, and on top of just Specs Moonblast kind of hurting, I definitely think there's many potential ways to break the team. I think like you kind of get lucky in the sense of you don't see any real play rough Pokemon, and therefore Slowking and Clef will do a good enough job versus most fairy types. Um, and then like you said with Kirim, he kind of can run him as a wall
Well, if I do
some
see any
weeks.
playoff Pokemon, I'll just deal with it with the Scarm. Is the thing. But I get what you mean. I
No,
think
yeah, for sure.
s-
That's what I
if
think. If you come against like a mixed attacker, like the mightiest of Life or Valiants, the team is a little worried. I think Clef manages to
yeah.
hold the fort there, but
So
like,
like the with the Antsy and the Valiant would have beaten.
yeah, literally.
Yeah,
I
I
think
mean,
this Diancie should have shat on your day, but
I think so too. I think
but
the
flamethrower burn too strong.
indeed. I think the Valiant should have also had a decent chance, but Clef moving differently puts away all the problems.
It does seem that way, yeah.
But no, I get what you mean. I think to a certain extent, special fairies can just be dealt with by a Slowking and the Clef.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, the
Like,
Valiant and the
okay, it's like a backwards compliment, like it's concerning how weak you've made yourself to fairy, but then you've kind of managed to build with Slowking and, like I said, the Moonblasters aren't breaking Slowking and Clef, and then like the play rough as Scarm can deal with. So it's a weakness, but it's a definitely more of a theoretical weakness than an actual
yeah,
practical what side weakness.
hmm It's like when you don't really have a resistance to fucking Shadow Ball, but like you got a really good Spadef wall anyway. It's kind of like one of those. I feel. Granted,
Yeah, 100%.
in comes the Poltergeist one and you shit yourself, but like those don't really exist, thankfully.
When Dragapult Poltergeist finally get him out of our draft leagues, am I right, guys?
Literally, bro's gone as soon as that
Well,
shit happens. Bro
literally.
vanished. But I do think the team has
But yeah,
its
like
weakness, and like you were saying earlier, the momentum has kind of slipped away,
yeah, I was about to go back
which
onto that. Yeah.
which is necessary because like at the end of the dating loop is gonna fix a lot that Treads isn't for me. But at the same time, it's kind of rough
Yeah, I
because
was
I've
going to
got
say Tread Scarm was never
never it. No,
feeling nice.
the only upside is Boots Kiro can generally generate itself a few free switches because it's just a dragon type and it's fat.
Hmm. It's also what you call it, bro. Like you said, he scares off a lot of mons, which allows you to double around him.
Hmm
I think Kieran's probably one of like the most doubled around mons around
Yeah,
because like he comes in, he can eat the hit, and then like they're scared of retaliation. But yeah, like I said, I think the Tinglu and Zam being sort of momentum sinks alongside Kieran to an extent is a bit rough when you have Skarm as like your defogger.
yeah, 100%. I feel like
Like always when your defogger has no momentum, it's rough.
yeah, I think the
But then I think
team
it's amplified a bit. But yeah.
off. I mean, Urshifu pretty much always has to come choice a lot of the time. So I
Mm.
either find the moment in the game for him to break, or he's there as a revenge killer. In the same with the Zam, realistically,
Yeah, yeah.
Slowking has
Like I
to
said,
do a
for
lot of the
me, I see
lifting
the
as
team kind
momentum.
of it being that top three, kind of momentuming around, and then Skarm coming in when needs to,
Hmm
setting up a spike, forcing that defogger in, and then like creating momentum that way. I think that's the main way you can deal with the lack of momentum. Is just Kiram and then hazard stacking with Skarm. And then, like I said, right as fucking Megazam doesn't really care. Bro don't need a pivot, he just kills something and wins or dies trying.
Yeah, sure.
You know? So I think team is fine in that regard, but I do think it's a similar thing with the fairy problem, you know? It's a problem, but it's you've weirdly enough got just the right mons to where it's not a big problem. It's
Yeah.
just like oh, that should be bad. But then when you look into it more, you're like, oh no, he's got this, he's got that. It kind of works.
There's ways.
It's like
Yeah.
it's weird when I look at your team, because when I look at your team, I'm like, it's just Shifu and Zam, and then like some fat walls and vibes. But like when you actually look at a lot of the synergy between each mon, it does play off a lot better than like what originally kind of gets the eye, if that makes sense.
Yeah, I think it's deceptively good at hazard stacking as well, with the Clef unaware, the Skarm immune to spikes. Tinglu is the hazard stacker, but it will take the hazards and then boot slow kings a lot of the time.
Mm-hmm.
So that I can play a lot of the game pivoting between those four mons, and then when I want to bring in either the Zam or the Kirim or whatever, they're doing their shit, only taking like potentially one set of hazards and then forcing someone out and come back to the cycle again between my walls potentially.
100%. That's why I think the nice thing about the team is that it's got these weaknesses, but like it kind of deals with these weaknesses quite well,
Yeah,
and then has all these different options as it can play. Like you've got Clef and Kiram who both can just do setup and smash and do fat shit and vibe and kind of just do what they want, really, you know? Like the team is given that freedom because of the Tinglu and the Slow King kind of just always doing the same shit. So they have that like more creativity and freedom towards them.
yeah, definitely.
But yeah, I will admit, feels a bit weird. I do wonder where the points have gone to an extent with your team, because like Ushfu solid, Sam solid, and like Slow King, Kiram and Clef and Tinglu solid. Skarm pretty shit. Clef arguably shit, but not shit. And then the Raichu and the Crocodile, it's like fair enough, but I'm like, where the points go, you know?
On a
Like
20
you can
point
see where the
Shifu
points have
and
gone.
an 18 point Zam.
Yeah. Literally, you can see where the points have gone, but like it's very subtle when you like, oh shit, yeah, he's just actually spent all his points within like 5 months, pretty much. You know,
Yeah.
I think it shows because like you've got the 5 solid mons, even though I'm not 100% on Kiram on said team. I think like the other 4 at least very solid, even if like you can moan that Zam and Slowking haven't got the best of synergies between them. I think just if you ignore like kind of like I said our last team with the low punny, if you're just not using the Zam as that conventional, oh I'm gonna come in, just force your steel type in smile type of Pokemon, and you're just using him as kind of like that end game sweeper, I think he like perfects that role on this team very well. You know?
Yeah. Was Drew of a
Like
wise thing.
Why not, Q?
Tries not to think.
I
chosen his
it's hard.
pickings.
This is just
Yes.
one chance to flame my team and he's not taking it.
I was gonna say
mean,
this is probably
you
one of
get-
the easier teams to flame for him.
You did pick Megazam willingly.
Or did you?
That monster's shit.
Ah.
Also, I guess your offensive mons are kind of weak to priority. Well, yeah,
It's like Mac Punch.
yeah, like your dragon thing and your Zam thing.
I'd argue Dragon Thing does not worry too much about priority, but I do see
He's fat as
Wait,
fuck.
the priority problem with Zam because I think like your team is very slow outside Zam.
Yes.
Like the speed control goes to utter shit. Like Scarf
Yeah, it does.
Shifu
It
and
does.
Zam is my speed control is not
Uh,
nice.
It's about this Zam has to come every week because he is the speed control.
Literally, yeah.
I mean, there's many a worse mons in which you're forced to bring every week, but it's always not amazing when you're literally telegraphing that here is Zam. You better fucking prep for him because he is coming.
Literally.
I can guarantee you he's coming.
And like I won't lie, I feel like Mega Zam, though he donkeys on like fucking 70% of teams, the teams that have the bulky steel types and like the scissors and the corvs that can dodge flat sap cannons
Those
and
nimble
etc.
curves.
Like
Yeah.
the nimble corvs, baby. Um, like basically any, or even like terror wise, if they're got a good solid terror, like they're fucking fix it all terror, and they just make it psychic or steel, I think Zam definitely starts struggling a bit into a lot of those teams, and then kind of you're just left with semi-stall with Shifu and Kiram, and
Yeah.
then Zam is your speed control, which feels very rough. But yeah, outside that, I think like single strike definitely makes up for a lot of the breaking power that Zam still lacks. It's just a little unfortunate that you've definitely got to kind of make plays around speed control, because you bring the Zam in for speed control and they have said steel type, you're going to be trying to like double or lose out on momentum or whatever.
Indeed.
And it feels a little rough every time they bring in fast mon, that like you're losing out on momentum, but it's what it is. And like it's not like you're going to be swept by a fast mon anytime soon with fucking Tinglu and Slow King.
Indeed. It's
But yeah,
with sturdy Scarm and unaware Clef, it is rather hard to sweep the team.
yeah. And even a Sash Magic Guard Clef if you want to be goated.
True. True. Could whip out the Sash Magic Guard Clef.
I hope I never see that, but
Yeah, I'm hoping you never have to
technically
see
possible.
it. True.
No. Anyway, moving on from your solid team with its. To be fair, it's ironic given that the next person we're going to is very well known for Zam speed control.
Sam speed.
So... This man is well known for base 80s and then a Mega Zam or a Regieleki to slap on for speed.
Where's my Deoxys speed when I need him? Zoom.
Though, may I say, some amazing speed control in Spectrium Meow.
Yes.
Like, so solid as like a pairing, in my opinion.
Indeed. Although you do see flashes of his speed control prowess when you see it go from 123
23
to
to 87.
87. Yeah, yeah. A bit of a gap in
Yeah,
between
little
there,
rough.
which you run in Modest and Element, but it's just only a small one, you know?
I personally see this team, and except for a Rotom Wash and arguably a Diplin, it makes
That's a
me very
Rotom heat,
excited.
by the
I
way.
love
Say,
this team.
it's a gnarly Rotom Wash.
Holy. Did I say
Very
Rotom
hot
Wash?
on what you
Yeah,
did,
yeah.
Oh shit. Yeah, Rotom Wash, but he was fucking lit on fire. Yeah, I'm not keen on the Rotom Heat.
I
Rotom Wash
mean,
would have been shitter, mind you.
it would have, it would have very much been shitter on this
But
team.
I think Tusk, Fish, and Sylveon alongside Melmetal is so nice. Like you have Fizdef Wall Galar in Mola, you got the best like a solid Spadef Wall and Sylveon, both beyond a Wish Pass into Melmetal and Great Tusk, who both are just physical walls to the extreme, but like don't have the recovery. It is such a nice combo, in my opinion. Like I think Bro's been showing it quite well. AV Fish popping off, but like even just Wish Pass Fish, like is doing so much for this team.
Indeed. He's got two
Um,
really good wish passes for this.
I'd argue two of the best Wish Passes.
Mhm.
Like maybe Umbreon and Vaporeon a bit better than Sylveon, but I think like the fairy typing is a big bonus for Sylveon. Like, but yeah, the the Wish Passes for Melmetal and Great, mainly Great Tusk is very nice. And especially with Great Tusk with Mola, like you can wish, and then the electric type comes in, and it's just a free Great Tusk. Like you don't even have to fucking flip or button. Like it's just straight to Great Tusk with the electric type. But yeah, I think team very hard to break. Like you need a good special attacker in my opinion. And then AV Fish comes along and you're a bit sad, but then you knock it off, and then you pray that you can break a Sylveon, and I think that's your win con. But outside that, I don't see how you're ever beating this team with a physical mon. Like, and that's how he really goes to shit. But one thing I also love is this Great Tusk is allowed to run. I don't think it has been allowed to run, mind you, but it is allowed to run. Like your bulk up shenanigans, your speed booster bulk up, your rapid spin, attack booster, your banded. It because it is not the only defensive wall on the team, and like if bro dies, the team's not losing to electric types. Like you got rotor mode to resist. Melmetal probably living a Thunderbolt and fucking killing back. Sylveon pretty good against special electric types. Like if Great Tusk goes down, it's not the Regieleki is gonna 6-0 me now. Which allows bro the freedom to kind of run the scarfs, the bandits, you know, which in my opinion is Great Tusk very similar to Lando T in that regard. Sure, he's your big fat ground type that no physical mon's getting through, and he just gets rid of the hazard, sets up his own vibes, and does his job. But also allows for the fact that Bandit is scary as fuck, and then Great Tusk along like I'd argue set up Great Tusk better than set up Lando. Like Bandit Lando, very nice. Bandit Great Tusk, very nice. Double Dance Lando versus Rapid Spin Bulk Up Great Tusk. I will take Great Tusk over Lando any day. Yeah, I just think the freedom that this Great Tusk has is insane. And then you have the Cat just wall breaking everything, and then Spectre just scary in the back, sitting there waiting for the weakness just to fucking kill you is, oh, you know.
Yeah, he doesn't usually have to wait
long. Spectre to me very similar to Palafin, and it's why Palafin's not in the league, because there is no real answer to a Spectre. There's no real answer to a Palafin. Like you can make very niche rest talk sets on like very certain mons that can beat them. Like you've got your like Spadef slow bros to take on bullshit boom burst fucking Palafin. Likewise for Fizz Def Slow Kings. I still think they struggle. The nice thing about Slowbro is it does force the Palafin to come a shit set, so it's got that going for it. But then like outside that, you've only got like the niche water absorb counters, and then Spectria, bro has it all, you know.
Rest Top,
like,
Pyro, OP.
Sure, that's what I mean. Like you have you have Rest Talk normal types and Rest Talk fucking dark types as your best answer for Spectria. Like Umbreon comes in, sure. Tinglu, so far Tinglu has a very bad record in Spectria, so I don't see it. Like that week you just bring a Willow Spectria and you vibe pain splitting away on the Willows, and like Tinglu just dies. Like whoever at Game Freak decided to give Spectria a Draining Kiss and fucking pain split, oh, because I think now bro's just a monster. Like Blissey can't beat him, fucking Tinglu can't beat him, and then like you've just got these niche Terramons that'll like Terra into normal, and that will be what catches off the Spectria, you know. And to me, when that's like the go-to answer for Spectria, and you've got a Great Tusk and a Melmetal and a Meow just breaking everything on the physical side, I just don't see the easy wins coming anytime soon, you know?
Indeed.
I think to beat this team, you've got to perfectly team build into it, and then also play very well, which is very spooky, you know?
Agreed. And I feel like the team is also very skillless to a certain extent. Like AV Mola doesn't exactly take the most
literally.
skill.
Fish, to me, Fish and Sylveon are two of the up there, like brain dead. I switch in, I click Wish, I click Baton Pass, I click Flip Turn, you know?
Like
there's not much
exactly
thinking.
Take the most brains to use Meowscarada over.
No, agreed.
Making good
It has
friends.
hurt me hearing you say all these mons that are my favorite mons and calling them brainless, but they're my favorite mons for a reason, you know.
Mm-hmm.
Like they're brainless because it prevents like having to worry about like your opponent outplaying you because they can't. Like there is no outplay to Mola coming in and just flip turning on you. Sure, you can sub, but then bam, in comes U-turn meow, and back into the fish they go, and then they just keep going flip U-turn, flip U-turn, flip U-turn, and there's nothing you can fucking do.
There is no outplay to U-turn. My guys.
Literally.
Thank you for coming to our PR rankings. There are no outplays to U-turn. Ooh.
But yeah, I think, like I said, Melmetal, very nice in this team. Little rough that he's the steel type, but at the same time, if Melmetal's on your team, he's probably your only steel type. And bro is similar to Hans and like other mons, where bro will trade 1-for-1. You know,
Indeed.
no
Well,
matter
he doesn't
what,
have to.
he's
He can
going to
get
trade one
wished
for
up as
one.
well.
Yeah, and he can wish up now on this team, so it doesn't even necessarily have to be a 1-to-1. But like, just say him and Great Tusk go down, but they get a kill, and they damage some asshole in the process as well. You know, you're looking at a 4v4 with Mola, Sylveon, Spectrium, Meow into like their 4 mons, and there's not many 4 mons I feel like they can break that for. You know,
No. I mean, you've got to be
like
careful as
break.
well to make sure
Not
their answer to Spectre isn't one of the ones that fall, because then they'll just lose. Same with the Meow.
literally, and like not many things are breaking fish because he that boy. And like they've also got to make sure they don't lose the thing that breaks fish. They got to make sure they don't lose the thing that dies to Meow, and they make sure the thing that dies to Spectria. So like it also means like this Great Tusk and this Manuel can come on said answers and just gain a free kill and then fuck off because they can get wish passed up later, or like say it's an electric type for the Mola or even a grass type for it, like Manuel and Great Tusk are kind of tanking any hits.
Yeah,
A lot of electric or grass types can throw them, like, you know, respectively. But yeah.
literally.
And then you got, so I said, you got Rotom Heat. Fucking hell, Rotom Rotom Wash. All the Rotums put the right one. Rotom Heat fits on the team, you know.
Yeah,
I'm not that keen on it, but like it fits on the team.
it's a lot of.
It
It's
gives you
got a
your
lot of the resists that the team needs. I feel.
100%. Like I think to quote a great man, uh Excadrill bit mean when you don't have a flying type, good flying type.
Do you mean
But thankfully you have a great Tusk, so
Great Tusk
earthquake
and
away,
Mola
chief.
and Diplin?
Yeah,
These
literally.
nuts.
Like
They haven't even
out of
mentioned the
mons that you could
goat.
earthquake spam into, they are the ones that don't give a shit.
I think Terra Diplin is also one
um,
of the more disgusting terrors. Like in my opinion,
um,
bro is
I
cradily on crack.
agree. It, yeah, literally. I think the fact he doesn't get any momentum sucks ass. But I also think if he got momentum, he would not be allowed to Terra. He'd be up nice and high.
Mm-hmm.
And I also think Hydrapple would be way better because, of course, if he got momentum, Hydrapple would get momentum.
Hydrapple with the goat.
Grass types aren't allowed momentum. That's the rule, you know? Either they're like fast humanoid and get U-turn, and they're a starter Pokemon, smell, or grass type no get you no momentum. But yeah, I think Diplin very nice. Don't get me wrong, but the vibe check bro has, I'm not 100% on. I feel like it can be easily exploited,
Got
but
Dragon Tail.
I think a
OP.
lot of like the fix it terrors do that, you know.
Oh yeah. I mean, I feel like he's one of the better ones. 95 special attack on one of the fix-it terrors. Not bad.
Oh yeah, not terrible. I think still type come in and bro sad, but like
Well, that's why you're
play for
tearing
leech
into a
seed, I
ground
guess.
type, you know?
Oh,
Boom.
smart.
Steel
And
type
then Great Tusk can go
sad.
die and claim 2 kills, Sparta mode.
Exactly. Great Tusk can go run speed boost bulk up.
Yeah, I think solid team.
I
It's
like
hard to
Yogi
find
Bear as a terror
flaws.
as well. Yogi
I
Bear
don't think
is.
it is a terror.
He is.
It's just Diplin.
No, he is.
Damn, he got to Yogi Bear and Diplin.
Yeah.
Did we make No, it's not. It's just Diplin, bro. I told you.
Oh,
Diplin's like all your terror points.
I thought Yogi Bear was a terror. My bad.
No, it's just Diplin.
You,
I thought it
you
was.
and Albie Beyond having a high conversation about this the other day, by the way.
Right. Did I say the exact same thing?
About Harry
Yeah,
wanted
Beyond's really
Terra
good at
Bear but couldn't
gaslighting,
get it.
but he's really good at gaslighting himself.
He really is.
I say, Diplin's 13 out of your 15 points. And I was like, no way did we get Ursaring, who's also a fucking monster with a terror, be 2-point terror.
Whatever. I saw Yogi Bear beat up an Asia Slash. It was hot.
I thought he beat up someone else that wasn't Age Slash.
No, he beat up an Asia Slash.
I thought Zeus got smashed by the Ogie Bear before the Age Slash.
No, no.
I thought that's what made him get the Age Slash.
No, the Asia Slash was in that game and it lost. Got smashed.
Oh shit! Yeah, it was the flash cannon.
Yeah, it was a flash cannon.
I
Asia
remember
Slash.
now.
They didn't CC, bro, for some reason. It just sat there
didn't
flash
have
cannon and he got
CC.
EK'd to death. Yogi Bear like
Yeah, don't mind that.
1v6'd.
Yeah, I remember that now. But yeah, Yogi Bear shouldn't be doing that, and I don't think he's that good. But he has his shenanigans. Toxic boost, like toxic boost with 130 attack, pretty nice. You know, facade away.
If you like rest talk, what else is bro need?
Power all the haters at Body Slam.
Exactly.
But yeah, like I said, solid team. Like no mons on this team could suggest to change. You know,
Yeah.
not easily anyway. I think like there are options for like this Rotomo and Ursaring, possibly, but like that's if like no one else has taken a lot of the good mons. I feel like even if you isolated this draft, like this team from the draft, and just as like bro just got to pick his first 9 mons without anyone else picking, it feels very similar to like what bro could have got, if that makes sense.
Yeah, I get what you mean. It's like it feels like an
Like,
uninterrupted
he's got
draft.
3 tier 1 mons in Great Tusk, Meow, and Spectria. And then like tier 1 wall in Mola, tier 2 walls in Sylveon and Melmetal. Rome Heat, just decent boy, you know. Bro realised that Corv wasn't very nice to his team, so he brought a Rome Heat. Easy peasy.
Easy peasy.
He's ready for that week 8 game.
Facts. Bro's locked and loaded.
But yeah. Solid team, and that's why he's second. Now number one.
Who's first? Drum roll.
It's the man that picked up Pulp, baby. Oh yeah.
Oh yeah.
This to me looks like the pinnacle of draft. You know? Like all the walls by themselves are all like tier 2 walls. But they all just do it, you know? And they all complement each other.
Indeed. Work very well together.
Like yeah, Vaporeon, Tangrowth, Moltres. Like I know we are known haters of Firegrass Watercores, but that is up there in the Firegrass Watercores, you know? Like only rival in my opinion by like the Vaporeon Incineroar Amoonguss core. But like you ain't going Amoonguss with cards, you know?
Shiv legends.
Like Vaporeon does wish it was one of the better water types in Mola, Slowking, Slowbro. But like there's no harm in a Vaporeon, you know?
No, exactly.
It flip turns, it wish passes. He's just sad he doesn't get regen like all the other cool water types.
Literally.
And that's where Tangrowth comes in. He has regen, so he makes up for it.
Facts.
You got Clod, solid mom, you know. Never like it when my poison ground type is immune to water, and then turns out he's unaware and he's beating the other one instead. Like solid mom. Moltres scaring off physical attackers since like 2015 when he got his funny body. He's like the budget Zapdos in my eyes, you know.
Indeed. There's nothing I fear more than a fucking Moltres in prep or a Zapdos. Like, oh fuck's sake.
Mm-hmm.
Do I roll the dice and
Here
just
come my pads.
literally, do I roll the dice and just bring band anyway, or do I fucking accept defeat and just run fucking pads?
Literally, and especially when you've got like a good mega, physical mega, like they just shut them down.
You see the low, you got your low putty, and you see the fucking, you see the Moltres like,
Zapdos or the Moltres?
no, anything but bro, not
Literally.
bro.
Can't even you turn away from the meme, man.
Literally.
But yeah. But yeah, like solid tier 2 walls, but like they all work so well together.
Hmm.
And then this Diancie Pult combo is hot. I think like the fact that they have Scissor, and I know you don't like him, but Slitherwing as like helpers into the offense is very nice. Like there are more options than just those two,
Yeah, it's not just
and
those
like
two.
both of them are such good cleaners. You know, like
Hmm.
Pult can break, Scissor can break, Diancie can somewhat break, but like I'd say it's much better as a late game cleaner. You've got like Pult as a great revenge killer. You got Scissor as just SD punchy punch man, because like he doesn't have to defog because the scary Moltres that's gonna burn all my physical attackers is here. Um, yeah, solid team. Belly Bolt as well.
But about
We
Taro, very
mentioned before.
nice. Yeah.
Such a good terror. 100, basically 110 HP with 90 defense and 83 fucking speed F. Clean. Bro comes in, he slacks off, he volt switches. You know? What else do you need from bro?
Toxic as well. One of the only Gen 9 mons that got
Literally.
toxic. Not bad
Bro
base
is
typing either.
very
Like,
nice.
just
Oh,
electric, not bad.
literally. It's a bit. No, I'd say a bit rough in the sense of like a lot of times you want to turn him into like a poison or steel. But like I don't think you even do on this team. He's probably just coming like fairy or like
Hmm.
any type because the team's already got every type pretty much.
Literally. He
Um,
is just the fixer terror for like, I don't know. Your
mhm.
Scissor's meant to be walling it because he's a steel type, but it's like a specific mon that would beat up your Scissor's typing of a steel type.
Yeah, or you just want to free your scissor to not be defensive
Yeah,
and run
literally.
SD bullet punch. Therefore, you run a steel type belly. He also same thing with fairy as well for Diancie. You know, sure Diancie can come in on like a mean dark type move every now and then, but you probably don't want to.
Hmm.
Um, yeah, sort like Shuckle, villain ass, but hey,
It's like one
when
point
you
in
have so many
zone.
good mons, like who cares?
Literally.
Who cares where you spend your last couple points? Um, Slitherwing, I like personally. I know you're not a big fan.
I think the droop
I
typing
think
is a bit rough, but yeah,
I was about to
don't
say
mind it.
him and Scissor feels very rough. I think I mentioned this before. If that thing could be a Zapdos Galar,
Yeah,
oh,
it'd be really good.
or or even a Terrakion, like just just one of the other. Like there's so many solid fighting types. Even fucking Mianchao, you know. Uh, is it Mianchao? The big
Yeah,
boy?
Menshao,
Yeah,
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 the
yeah,
fighting
yeah, yeah.
regen mon.
Yeah, literally. Like even him wouldn't feel too bad. I feel like I think it gives a bit more speed control outside just Pult. You know,
Yeah, yeah.
like Dancy sure, but like again, when you have a Mega at 110, it's always a bit awkward. You're basically playing Speed Tie Simulator with fucking
Any of the base
70% of
tens, yeah.
offensive mons. Um, though, like I said, Silwing nice for banded shenanigans. I think again though him and Scissor kind of like on each other's toes a bit.
First impression nice as
Um,
well.
hmm?
First impression is nice as well.
Oh, 100%. Like I think that's Bro's only priority really outside Bullet Punch Scissor.
I
Like
think
you
that's
could argue
decent
like
enough, to be fair.
Sucker on pole. Oh, literally. Like, but I'm getting it. Like if you're banded, Silverwing into first impressions was a bit rough.
Oh,
But
100%.
like, Scissor's definitely just enough priority in general.
Yeah.
Um, and it doesn't help that both, like I said, both bug.
No.
I think I don't know. It's so rough because like they both kind of act as oh I can run banded. Oh I can run setup. Oh I can run defensive U-turn roost. But like don't think Bro needs to do that.
No, I don't think so either.
Especially
I
for his
think
points, I think he was a bit of a waste.
Yeah, I feel like this mon could have been a mon purely dedicated to bringing more offensive power to the team. I think when you have a Tangrowth, Vaporeon, the Claude, and the what do you call it, fucking Moltres and the Scissor, like you can just dedicate this mon offensively. Because like if you can't cover it with those five, then like I'm not sure how much difference the and a Terra Bolt as well actually. Not sure how much difference the
Yeah,
Silver's gonna
literally.
make.
Like I said, it's a bit rough because Bro's only 11 points. So like I was saying about like Zapdos and shit being better, but of course they're a lot more. Um,
I think
and that's why I kind of said Mian
Mienshao is
Chao
in
because
that
he's sim.
range,
Yeah,
yeah.
literally. I think he might even be cheaper.
Mhm.
Mian Chao. But either way, like that's why it's such a rough one with him because he's only 11. But then I look at it and I see Shuckle's 4 fucking points. Shuckle's 4 points. So I take it all back. Shuckle and Silverwing, fuck off, and bam. Do you know how many good fighting types there are between 15 and 14? You know, you got your Infernape, you got Zapdos Galar, you got a Tarak, you got so many choices, you know?
Yeah, literally.
So many better mons in my opinion than that one. But like other than that, the team's so good in my opinion. Like I feel like when you're prepping into this team, it's so hard to break. And then like not only is it hard to break, but like it's got so many low key threats that you got to deal with as well. And like unlike a lot of teams outside this COD, all those like walls are hitting hard back. You know, all those walls have 110 or higher special attack. Like that's nothing to scoff at.
Yeah, literally. No.
Even the goat belly bolt himself has 103 special attack as well. Like all of them are hitting hard.
Exactly. I think that's the best way to run walls realistically most of the time. Like just at least have them be able to hit back a bit. So you're not scared of getting hit by subsets and shit like that.
Yeah, literally.
I feel like this team is kind of what happens if you gave someone a handbook on how to draft balance in a draft league.
Oh, literally, that's what I mean. This is like textbook fucking draft.
Mhm.
And so I said at the start, it's like pinnacle of draft. This is literally like when you think of a draft team, this is what you think. You have your one busted mon, and then like another pretty busted mon, and then just a bunch of like solid mons that don't stand out necessarily. But they're all just solid picks, you know?
Yeah.
All of these mons on this team are like, except for arguably the Silverwing and the Shuckle, of course, like are all like sought after mons, you know?
Yeah,
Like
literally.
your water types, the good regen waters go. What's the next option? Oh, Vaporeon. Bam. You know? Ah, I want a good ground resist. Tangrowth, yep, sorted. You know?
100%.
No arguments with a lot of this team. Again, I just think 4 points on a Shuckle is fucking crazy.
Yeah. There's one issue I potentially bring up with this team, which is I feel like with the all the walls, you can potentially in some weeks come across a lack of roll compression across your walls, where you want to bring like 4 walls, but then you're missing out on your offensive ones, like your Scissor, your Dancy, and your Dragapult, making it so that like it feels a
Oh,
bit
literally,
rough.
like I can easily see like weeks where like Moltres, Clod, Vaporeon, and Belly Bolt slash Tangrowth come, like four of them, you know, and then like
Hmm.
you're kind of running that semi stall with Dragapult and Diancie.
Yeah, literally. It's
I think
like
this scissor is definitely a large turning point where like this team balances between stall and like options.
yeah, 100%. It's only a small complaint, and no team can realistically be perfect if you've got people drafting competently in the draft.
Oh, literally.
But to be honest, I only really notice it because I run into it in a lot of teams that I make. I'm just like, well, I've got all these walls and it's great and all, but I'm bringing 4 fucking walls and I'm leaving single strike at home. It's like, it's not a good look, you know?
100%.
But, I mean, all teams run into that realistically. Like, you can't bring fucking all 9 Pokemon that you've drafted to every game, so it just
I
sucks.
also just want to make a small disclaimer. If Carl is listening, I hope he makes no team changes. Because if he does make any team changes to make the team better, I don't want to play bro. But yeah,
True.
like I say, if that Slitherwing becomes a better mon, um, I don't want to play.
Keep that Slitherwing. Just keep wallowing those class, bro. You're
Oh,
doing great.
yeah, literally. Like I said, I low key think this Slitherwing came because like it's a good answer to fighting types because like this team does not struggle into fighting types. It's got fucking Moltres and Clod for the special and like Ghost Resist. But I feel like I don't know the purpose for this Slitherwing. I feel like
No, no.
fighting type maybe is the option.
Well, it's definitely fighting type. Decent priority backup
Yeah.
scissor. And like it's
Mm-hmm.
also one of those mons that can also become a wall. It's a backup answer to a ground resist for Tangrowth. So for whatever reason, you've got a ground type that beats Tangrowth. And I'm not going to even mention Moltres because most ground types can just fucking stone edge it. So just one
Oh,
that
literally.
beats Tangrowth. Then like you've also got this thing.
Yeah, yeah, for sure.
Dark resist not bad as well. Like your only other dark resist is your
Yancy.
and you don't really
Yeah.
want to run that.
Like I said, that's why I feel like it's just there for like resistant checks, which is fine. It just feels a little
Yeah.
weird.
Yeah. Side note, this team also doesn't have a ghost resist, but generally I find ghost type is
Paranormal belly bolt,
yeah, generally I
baby.
find ghost types are something you don't actually need to resist for, just not an overwhelming weakness and mons with good enough stats to like do it anyway. For example, Clodsire.
Yeah,
Clodsire's going to wall your
most shadow balls.
most shadow walls.
And then
Tangrowth
Tangrowth
will
is dealing
eat
with
a
the
poltergeist.
poltergeists.
Yeah, literally.
Yeah.
So it's not
Even
really an issue.
Vaporeon's dealing with shadow balls as well.
My problem with Spadef is surprisingly fucking good. Like, not as in the
Yeah, yeah,
stat, but just how well it does, thanks to its amazing HP.
literally. What makes Vaporeon like such a nice spawn? It's like I say, it's budget fish in my eyes. It's fish if fish could hit hard.
Mm-hmm.
Like Bro doesn't get regen, but like he has similar stats in the sense of like even though defense is low, Bro just max out that defense with the
HP.
EVs and like Bro is
Yeah,
tanky
literally.
because the HP.
Mm-hmm.
And then like Spadef wise, he's tanky as fuck because of
Yeah,
it.
he's kind of like a reverse fish in that way. Fish good on the defense
Mm-hmm.
side, Vaporeon good on the Spadef side.
Literally, they're like the Slow King and Slow Bro version of the Pure Waters.
Literally. But I think that's it, realistically.
Yeah, I was gonna
Surprise,
say.
surprise, the money drafted Pult won the PRs.
Yeah,
But
it's almost like draft the best mon and good a team around it. You'll probably get first place.
yeah, yeah. But jokes
But
aside, the team is
it's like saying that
rather
is
exceptional, and it's not just the fact
yeah.
that he's drafted a Pult. Drafting a Pult alone does not win you the draft in any means.
I think it is an awkward one because I think without the Polt and like it's a different one, like a single stroke or something, this team's looking pretty shit. But I think that's just to show not necessarily like how good Polt is. It kind of shows how well one's built around Polt.
Yeah, I was gonna say you
You
could
know,
have teams similar
like
to that. What you're saying, built around a Shifu,
literally. But like
but this
this team
time
is
it's
so well built around this Polt, in my
yeah,
opinion,
literally. I agree. I agree.
and it shows like this Polt's fucking kill leader by almost double kills, and bro finally died and is like one loss to you. But like
Indeed.
before that, bro was like flawless, going 15-0. So like,
I'm impressed. He's
and then
managed to
like
use DD. I did not
Polt
think DD
literally
Port was usable.
Polt is solid. But as some people in this Discord have shown, John, uh, Polt does not necessarily mean free wins. You know, you've
What
got to
you
build a
mean?
good team around Polt, and also bring it to your games, Pedram. But I think this team is very well built around Polt. Like,
Yeah, I'd agree.
yeah, like I said, it knows it's got speed control galore with Polt, so you've just got some priority mons, uh, and then it's just kind of vibes after that, you know.
Yeah, it's one of
Like
the teams as well where
there's
like none of Pult's other roles, Willow Hex, even Banded to an extent, and Specs are taken up by other Pokemon. Scissor can run Band,
Mhm.
but you're using Band on a Pult for a whole different reason than you are on Scissor. Like, it runs either of those sets, and at no point does it collide with what another Pokemon on this team wants to do.
Yeah, literally. Like it has such freedom, you know.
Hmm. Yeah,
I would say, if anything, if I had to be critical, bro wants to run specs more than not. Personally saying,
I agree, but I think that's just the
because
best set in my opinion.
yeah, literally. But I think like it has such good support in the sense of any like mons that are dealing with specs, dealing with any of like the sets that we have. There's answers on this team to help the Polt with, you know.
Yeah,
Like you run specs and you want a banded fucking scissor next to it. Like
literally.
go into your fairy type, bro. Go into your normal type. I'm gonna CC you with fucking Slitherwing or bullet punch you or CC with scissor. Like there's so many, like it's very suffocating, you know. Like the team can suffocate really well and like force these win cons for Polt. And then the scariest part is Tianci is just as valid as a win con than Polt.
Hmm.
So you're there scrambling, trying not to lose against Polt, and then oh shit, I let my steel type go below like fucking 70%, and now it can't live a Moonblast into a mystical fire / earth power, and Diance's won.
Literally.
Like so solid, in my opinion.
So I 100% agree. As said for a couple of ones earlier, I would absolutely love to use this team.
I would also very much love to use this team.
Although I do
Oh,
think there are stylistic things that I'd probably change. Not that my changes would make the team better per se, but I think if I was using this myself, there'd be some
for your
changes.
playstyle.
Yeah, literally.
No, yeah. Like I said, with this leveling, I would personally change it, but like I fully understand that it has its defensive like roles and purposes, you know? I personally think Belly Bolt is the reason you have Belly Bolt is to do that, you know?
Yeah,
So you don't
literally.
need Silverwing to also be, oh, I can come in on the dark moves and the earthquakes and that shit when I feel like that's Belly Bolt's job is to terror into whatever is upsetting you and then vibe. And for that reason, I feel like the team slightly leans towards, like I said, the semi-stall side of things. But then, like I said, with Polt, Diancie, and then just Scissor that can do whatever it wants on a offense or defense wise, as long as there's no fire types involved. Like, yeah,
Yeah,
it's
100%.
a wild one.
I think that's about everything.
Yeah, pretty much.
Time to
I
wrap
think
up.
the only other thing I can say is Tangrowth Clodside eat up the momentum, but like that's it.
Yeah,
Like,
got plenty of momentum to give out in other places,
uh,
in the Moltres and
literally.
the Scissor
And
and the Vaporeon and the Belly Bolt.
as I
Like,
said, Clod is like bro gets like all the hazards, and he gets Yawn. So like arguably, bro's really good at like forcing switches and bringing in that defogger, and then you just switch on the defog
yeah.
kind of thing.
Hmm.
Which again, why I think that's not just galore to scare off defoggers, might be even better with the hazard stacks. But again, each their own. Each their own.
Yeah, it's
uh,
not like we use the Clod or the Tangrowth, like you're saying, but they have moves to press. Tangrowth can start knock spamming
Sleep
if he's
powder.
got a free move, literally, or Sleep Powder.
Yeah, literally.
Sleep Powder not kind of
But
nasty
yeah,
for any goggles that wanna deal with bros. Like,
oh,
bonk,
literally.
no goggles for you, bro.
Bring in the overcoat or the grass type, or I'm putting
Hmm.
something to sleep.
Literally.
Like I know people love sport, but just hit a 75% accurate move and problem solved, you know.
Facts.
But yeah,
Yeah,
on that note, I think
we're about done.
we're about done. Yeah.
You know, maybe sneak in some
Thank you, Carl, for drafting a go team for once.
facts. Maybe we could do some predictions. Who the lads think gonna win?
I think Carl. I think Carl or Albie personally, and like that's just because they have the 1 and 2 team, and they are like
Playing well as well this
some of the
season.
better players. Yeah,
Yeah.
literally. Like I'm hoping you haven't tilted the shit out of Carl. Um, only time will tell. Carl, if you're still listening, Brawl Moltres, very good, better than Flamethrower Clef. But yeah, overall, I think Carl will win purely because I think he beats Albie
That's fair.
over time. I think with all the water absorb Carl has, Mola struggles actually flipping out, so like AB probably not going to be an option. It's going to be Bat and Pass, and then like Pulse, Shadow Balls, and Dancy's just kind of slowly
Yeah,
grind
whittle
away.
it.
I think it's definitely going to be like a who outplays who kind of thing. You know, like there's Scar, Spectres that can happen, all this shit. So
Yeah,
like,
say all this, and I bet we won't even see them in the final or even the playoff game together.
oh, probably not. I reckon like one will get hacked,
Yeah,
and then
something
like
like
the other will face an insane matchup and lose, and then we'll have like Rom versus someone in the finals, and
sounds
hype.
spicy. I'm gonna bet
Literally.
on Albie. That's who I'd bet on.
I'll go opposite and go Carl then.
Go on, Drum. Who are you betting on? Who's your winner, Drum?
I don't bet on myself because obviously like that.
Oh, that's cute.
Comeback of the century.
I'm ready. I'm
I
hyped
believe.
for it.
No.
Yeah, just remember, bring your Rillaboom against Albie in the playoffs next time.
Yeah, he's pretty good.
Yeah. Like, don't get psyched out, you know, by two idiots that thought the battle already happened.
No, I made that team before you said anything.
Oh, I know. But Rillaboom was the GOAT.
Probably.
How were you killing the Great Tusk? Why Scarf Terrakion when Banded Rillaboom do better, you know?
Yeah, well.
So what I'm hearing is we conclude this PR on Drum Bad.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
Drum
Thanks for
Bad.
watching.